welcome one and all on the road for round one of the Division III playoffs. Jackie Bessler along with Kyle Benedict down here at Verrado High School, the Verrado Vipers. In fact, 10-year-old school, and Coach Wallstrom has been the head coach for the last 5 years. Approximately 200th Avenue and Indian School down in the Buckeye area. Not too bad coming down the 303 out here today. We want to welcome everybody. It is a gorgeous evening. It's going to be a beautiful night for football here. The field is low. The grass is cut low. Both of these teams are built on speed, and unlike Prescott last week, Kyle, where the grass was a good 4 or 5 inches tall, no, here tonight it is cut low. I've seen fairways that haven't been this low.
Yeah, well, last week, we had some of that wet weather beforehand, so the field was a little bit soggy over there at Prescott. As you mentioned, the grass they let it grow a little bit, but here, nice short grass. Going to have a lot of speed on both sides of the ball. The weather you mentioned, beautiful. Around kickoff, we're looking at 65 degrees, no wind at all, so a big difference from what we saw last week.
Number 7, in fact, the Verrado Vipers' first home football playoff game in school history, hosting the number 10 Mingus Marauders here tonight. Verrado comes in 8-1. The Mingus Marauders 9-1. And earlier in the season, actually, Verrado had a game scheduled with Sabino that was actually canceled due to lightning. That's why they played 9 this season instead of 10. We'll see. Obviously, it didn't hurt them that much in power points as they stayed in the top half of the bracket.
No, really. I mean, you look at down their schedule. They've been playing great this season. You mentioned last 5 years under a new coach. They've been playing really well. Second season in a row making it to the playoffs. And really, I mean, 8-1 on a season, playing great football. Looking at these two teams, comparing them, really close together. The offense for the Vipers really balanced. We'll get into that later, but should be a really, really fun one here tonight. Great way to start off the playoffs.
Where's your poppy?
My poppy. Oh, I forgot to put it on.
Oh, man, you forgot your puppy. Don't forget, Veterans Day is coming up on the 11th of November, and got my poppy early, and hopefully you will support those veteran groups that are out there that you will see about this time in November. We're going to take a break here from Verrado High School, get into our Vinny's pregame report, tell you about the bracket, tell you about the playoffs, tell you about last year's playoffs, and the matchup between these teams. You're going to want to stick around for it. We'll return to Verrado High School after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Welcome to the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 and have pasta, subs, or a specialty pizza delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings. Now let's head back live to the press box for Jackie and Kyle.
Round one of the AIA Division III playoff starts right here for the Mingus Marauders. The Marauders taking on the Verrado Vipers. And last year, you had made mention playoff twice in a row for the Vipers. Last year, they, in round one, ended up losing to Canyon del Oro a score of 38-21. Interesting, last year's Division III state champion is now in Division II and actually favored to win the whole thing. Will be coming back to what will be 4A football next year, and that would be Scottsdale Saguaro. So that'll be interesting. 8 returners to playoffs. 5 playoff teams last year went up to Division II this year, and only 3 newcomers, the Mingus Marauders being one of them. Returning to the playoffs this year is going to be Catalina Foothills. Bradshaw Mountain with a win over Maricopa, able to secure a number 12 spot. They will go on and take on Arcadia in the first round. Desert Edge, last week's opponent to Verrado, very strong team. They return to the playoffs. Tempe, as the section winner, will draw Paradise Valley, number 1 in the first round. Cactus and Sunrise Mountain will match up again this year. As you take a look at the bottom part of the bracket, Fairfax and Desert Edge, Cesar Chavez versus Sabino, who comes in number 6. Mingus and Verrado, of course, and Cactus taking on Sunrise Mountain, number 2. And that'll be an interesting one because Cactus lost horribly in the last game of the season for the section championship to Sunrise Mountain. They turned around and played in the first round of the playoffs. In fact, they played in the first round of the playoffs last year, and Cactus won that one. So Sunrise Mountain looked for a little bit of payback.
Yeah, well, playing them for a second time around, anything can happen. I mean, really, it's playoff football. So you have teams, even if you matched up earlier in the season, heightened level of play, intensity, whatnot, is playoff football. Everything else before this wiped off the table.
I was certain the way the bracket was looking, we were going to end up at Cibola in Yuma. Yeah. That falls to Catalina Foothills, who comes from Tucson. So, yeah, not much better for them. Bradshaw and Arcadia, Vista Grande versus number 4 Sunny Slope. And that kind of rounds out the 16 teams in this year's playoffs. It'll be an interesting battle as the Mingus Marauders will try to fight their way through it. Whoever wins this game will take on the victor of Cactus and Sunrise Mountain. Sunrise Mountain, a touchdown or 2 favorite, according to some, over Cactus here tonight. Others have said that for this particular game, that Verrado has been favored by as much as 7 points.
Well, it should be a good 7 points. I think really that could go either way. 7 points in Mingus' favor or Verrado's. But again, you compare these two teams, they're very, very evenly matched on paper. Verrado gets the nod because they're here at home, so that might be why they got that 7-point advantage there. But you got to play the game. That's why we play the game.
We're going to get into the way the teams match up. They are very evenly matched across the board, offensively, defensively, etc., where one has a strength, the other has a weakness just a little bit. But there is only one way that this goes. Okay, Vinny's. Mondays, spaghetti and meatballs, plus the half order of garlic cheese bread and a 16-ounce fountain drink, just $8.99. The only way that goes is down. That a phenomenal deal. I love their subs. We want to say hello to our friends at Vinny's listening back in Cottonwood, and also want to say a big to-do and hello to the newest of Vinny's. We passed them on the way here, Kyle. 8960 West Bell Road in Peoria, and the boys have branched out and franchised off onto their own. And for those watching Vvtv TV, you've got Doug sitting right there and brother Nick joining forces for that location, now open on Bell Road. We want to thank Vinny's for sponsoring our pregame report out here today. As we take a look at how these teams got here, interesting. Oh, see, now you've got a puppy and I don't.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, you
now
called me out on it, I got to put it on.
I know, and mine slipped behind my tie. What's up with that? Mingus, one of the best games that I have seen them play all season long, a 27-6 victory over the Prescott Badgers, holding the Badgers to under 140 yards. And Mingus had over 330 yards rushing, -2 yards passing, but still these long drawn-out drives, able to control the ball, and Prescott's whole ability to control the pace of the game was thrown off.
Yeah, I mean, going into halftime, it was only 1.7-0 at halftime in Mingus' favor. Coming out, it's a really close game to start the second half. Mingus strikes early. They get on the board with a drive that pretty much took up the entire field. Once they got ahead, they did exactly what you said, Jackie, just chipped away with that running offense that they just do so well, keeping the ball on the ground, picking up 5 yards here, 4 yards there, and just that clock kept moving the entire second half. And the big player of the game for us, we picked a couple there, but on offense, it was the entire offensive line, because that second half, they were able to keep the Marauders offense just chugging along downfield, keeping that clock rolling and leading to a victory.
Controlled the clock during the course of the game. It was 7-0 at halftime. So Mingus really poured it on in the second half right from the get-go, right from the kickoff, and was able to control. Mingus was the one that had the takeaways. Yep. Prescott struggled with a couple of an interception and a couple of fumbles. Mingus, ball was bouncing their way. When the ball did hit the turf, we got it back. So everything was going Mingus's way. Last week, Verrado struggled against the Desert Edge Scorpions. Preseason polls had Desert Edge like number 1+. I mean, if there was an A+, they were on top of Division 3. They've got 2 losses this year. One is to Chaparral, who's going to playoffs in Division 1. You know, they played some extremely tough teams. Desert Edge at halftime was winning by a score of 21-9 at the third quarter versus the Verrado team here last week. They're already up 42-9. Verrado was able to come back with 14 points here in the fourth quarter, making it a 49-23 score. And in this particular game last week, Desert Edge 127 yards on the in the air, 428 yards on the ground against this Verrado squad.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of a little lopsided there on their offensive statistics, but really, if you look at kind of the entire season for them, this is a really well-balanced offense. That's a tough opponent there in Desert Edge. Preseason ranked number 1 above everyone else. They're now 3 going into the playoffs, but and really they only dropped 2 spots because of their schedule. I mean, a very, very difficult schedule for Desert Edge, but a tough game and a tough opponent for Verrado, but they're able to do it on the ground, and we'll see how they come out tonight. I mean, you look at their total yardage, and it's a really balanced offense, which is going to make it difficult for Mingus Marauders on defense, but we've seen them play other offenses that are somewhat balanced, and they show up and they perform.
Well, they've got a weapon back. Verrado does. The Vipers do. We're going to tell you more about it as the Vinny's pregame report continues right after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hey guys.
Hey Matt. Last time we were here to buy a car, my wife and I could shop on the lot while our kids were in the play area and watched after. It's for our family and also for our business. And they've always been able to find exactly what we've been looking for.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Back here at Verrado, and some fans are wondering whether or not these teams have ever seen each other. Well, I know these athletes have seen each other because back in April of last year, Mingus hosting a playoff game at Mingus for baseball. And the Verrado Vipers came up to play the Mingus Marauders, and the winner got to go on to the double elimination round for the baseball playoffs for Division II. And Mingus took a 7-4 lead into the top of the 7th inning. Verrado did not say die, scored 7 runs against Mingus in the top of the 7th. Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
To take the lead back. Mingus then in the bottom of the 7th scored 5 to win. Final with a walk-off hit by Tristan Clark to send the Mingus Marauders further into the baseball playoffs.
Wow.
So, do these schools know each other recently? Yes.
Wow, what an exciting game that must have been. I mean, really, you got to think, even though it's different sports, you have baseball players, I'm sure, on this Verrado Vipers team here for football, but, they haven't forgotten about that loss.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Fight all the way back on the road, playing at Mingus, scoring 7, and then Mingus ends up putting up 5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yeah, they didn't forget that one.
I imagine both these squads on the football field are going to be just as equally matched as the baseball teams were. I think these athletic squads just in general will match up well. Hey, check it out. The Verrado Vipers come into tonight 8-1 versus teams that are 38-52. They have 2 shutouts. Mingus is 9-1 against teams that are 40-60 with 3 shutouts.
Wow.
Mingus is 2-0 versus winning record teams. The Vipers are 2-1 versus winning record teams. Verrado 0-1 versus playoff teams. Mingus 1-0 off versus playoff teams. Verrado losing to Desert Edge. Mingus beating Bradshaw number 12. These teams are almost identical with the kind of schedules and the records they have played, and it goes beyond that into the stats even.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you love to see here, especially in playoff football round 1. But we talked about Verrado's offense and being a really well-balanced offense. I mean, this season on the ground they have 1,258 rushing yards. You see Lathan Lax right there. He is their quarterback under center for them. He has just over 1,800 yards on the season, 19 touchdowns in the air for Lax, 4 interceptions. He's 107 for 189 in the air. James James right there receiving. That's Xavier James, the guy who you mentioned, Jackie, was injured. He's back tonight. 22 receptions this season for 624 yards. He's averaging 28 a reception, I believe that is, with 9 touchdowns. But there it is at the bottom of your screen there, that balanced offense on the ground, 1,212 rushing yards this season, 1,904 passing yards, a total of just over 3,100 yards. So a very, very balanced offense and an effective offense for the Verrado Vipers, and we're going to see that here, I can imagine, tonight again.
Most likely we are going to see an aerial attack, and James is definitely a force that's going to have to be reckoned with for the Mingus Marauders secondary. Now, you look at the Marauders, they've got 548 yards passing the ball, led by quarterback Jordan Upham, 21 of 44, 477 yards on the season, and 6 touchdowns and 1 interception. Pfeiffer on the ground has 620 yards, but check this out, rushing. Mingus 3,262 rushing yards, averaging better than 320 yards per game on the ground. In fact, Mingus with over 3,800 yards total for the Marauders. Also running the ball for Mingus, Upham has got 776 rushing yards on the season. Accurso 505. Clark has 544. So Mingus definitely spreads it around a little bit. And as you start to look at and compare these squads, it is really interesting how they match up. Mingus actually does a better job defensively so far than Verrado has. Mingus defensively has only been giving up 11.2 yards per game against opponents.
Yeah, wow. I mean, especially this all season, really, but this second half especially, the Marauders on defense have just been amazing. They've given up a total of 199 yards per game, okay? So that's per game total, 1,151 yards on the ground they've given up this season, 840 in the air. But really, you mentioned, Jackie, they're averaging 2.3 takeaways per game. So that's really where they have been able to kind of, if their offense has been struggling, the defense has really been able to keep them in the games and getting them the ball back. They have 23 total takeaways this season. Verrado, they've given up 310 yards per game this season, a total of just over 1,300 yards on the ground, 1,422 yards in the air, and really 3 takeaways a game. So it's a very evenly matched game, but the defense of the Marauders has been what's been really impressive this year.
The defense has definitely kept the Mingus Marauders in a lot of ball games here this year. 3 shutouts on the season, a phenomenal, stellar performance against Prescott last week. We look at the Verrado Vipers coming out of the locker room, surrounded by the band. They're going to run through the cheerleaders out here in Buckeye, Northern Buckeye, and they'll be out in their gold helmets and black uniforms. Mingus will be in the red pants and the away white coming in here tonight. Mingus comes into this evening with 9 games with 300-plus rushing yards, only 3 games with 100 or more passing yards on the season. Mingus has a turnover ratio of positive 15. However, advantage goes to Verrado. They've got a turnover ratio of positive 21 coming into tonight's ball game. However, Mingus also on special teams, while the Verrado Vipers have more return yards, Mingus with Meyer on the field, Meyer is actually listed as the second-ranked punter in all of Arizona football, which I think is quite impressive with his average of over 45 yards per punt. Not only that, on the season, he's also got 7 out of 8 field goals, has 32 out of 35 extra points. So Meyer has been a absolutely phenomenal weapon. We saw it last week at Prescott as the Mingus Marauders come out on the field as well here at Verrado High School. What a weapon it was to keep Prescott at their own goal line, or at least within their own 10.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge, really. I mean, we talked about kind of that slow start for both teams offensively. Being able to just pin the opposing offense back in their own zone is huge. He has 12 touchbacks coming into tonight. So really, he's just been playing unbelievable. You mentioned 35 for 39 with extra points. Field goal 7 for 8. I think his longest was 42. So just a huge year for Meyer. We're
going to take a break here from Verrado High School. When we return, we're going to take a look at youth football. The tournament's coming up. We'll tell you all about it when we come back to the Vinny's pregame report after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
This has been the Vinny's New York Chef Pizza pregame report. Order for pickup or delivery tonight. The number 646-3333. We'll return for kickoff right after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Verrado High School, the captain's out on the team, or no, on the middle of the field. There we go, shaking hands, getting ready for our coin flip out here. Division 3, round 1 at the AIA playoffs. Arizona Interscholastic Association. We want to thank Vinny's, and of course you can place your order and probably have it in time for halftime. 646-3333, that spells feed. 646-3333. Hey, let's take a look at the youth football coming up, because Youth Football Championship Day is slated for November 7th, and it looks like Mingus has won the toss and will defer, and we'll get the ball first in the second half. But the upcoming Youth Football Championships will be recorded on the 7th and played back. And in the Majors Division, Prescott versus Wickenburg. In the Minors Division, the Colts and the Wranglers from Wickenburg will go up for the championship game. Third place game, Cottonwood Bears and Chino Cougars. In the Mighty Mites division, it's going to be the Lobos versus the Baghdad Razors for championship rights, and the Marauders, the Cottonwood Marauders from the Mighty Mites versus the Chino Cougars. So Chino in two different one, Wickenburg in two different one. We've got Mingus, you got Cottonwood teams in 4 different games going on during the course of championship game. You can watch all of those all month long, well, at least for a couple of weeks, on Vvtv, which is Cable 1, Channel 56, and Suddenlink Channel 2. And glad to have you along, both on television and on radio with KYBC. We also want to thank Pawn Palace. That's how you get us on our radio. That's right. You can go to the myradioplace.com and get the app powered by Pawn Palace, and you can listen to Mingus Marauder football right on your smartphone.
Wow, man, you just can't. There's no excuse to really miss a game. But talk about with all those youth games going on. Of course, we got the replay of this game that'll be on Vvtv as well. Just a really exciting time right now for football. You got the playoffs in high school. You got the youth championships. A lot of good football being played here recently.
Well, the Vipers are going to get the ball first. Mingus is going to be kicking off left to right across your radio dial out here tonight. And welcome to playoff time. I've been waiting for this all week long, as Myers now fires it off and kicks it off deep and out to the Verrado Vipers. He picks it up at about the 8, across the 20, makes a move, makes a man miss, out to the right-hand side, and now it's a foot race out to the corner, across the 50 and out of bounds in Mingus Marauder territory is the return man for the Verrado Vipers. A great run back sets up his squad in Mingus Marauder territory.
Yeah, he made one man miss after he received that kickoff, made the guy miss, bounced to the right side, and he had his wall out along the right side of his kick team, excuse me. And once he hit that wall on the sideline, he was gone and bringing it out to about midfield for the Verrado Vipers offense to start this one.
So here come the Vipers, just inside Mingus Marauder territory at the 49-yard line. Lax, the quarterback, is in the shotgun. He takes it off, hands it off to number 1 across the right-hand side. He'll pick up good yardage and about 5 on the run for Jenkins.
Jenkins, yeah, we saw the graphic there earlier, talked about it. Jatai Jenkins, he comes in tonight the leading rusher for the Vipers with 624 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns.
No huddle offense. Here come the Vipers. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Across the 45, Lax is back, looking to throw. Puts it up. He's got a man deep in. It falls right before him. Upham was on the coverage, and down the sideline goes their big weapon, number 22, Xavier James. But the ball was thrown in such a way that both the receiver and the defender had to keep turning back and forth trying to figure out where the ball was.
Yeah, ball a little off there, but yep, you're right. They're going for Jenkins right there. Excuse me, James. Xavier James, he's that speed on their outside. He's also very tall. Difficult matchup for some defenders.
Man in motion across the outside and then cut back in the middle. Mingus shuts it down quickly. Pete Kelly with the tackle.
Pete Kelly, that's familiar. Pete Kelly coming off the edge, making a tackle in the backfield there. He had the game-winning tackle last year that just sealed the victory against Prescott for the Marauders, getting it done early here again.
All right, it's going to bring up 4th down and a long 5 from the Mingus Marauder 44-yard line. Xavier James coming back in the game, and it appears as though they could be going for it. He's got 3 receivers to the left-hand side, 1 man in the backfield. There's the snap. They're going to pitch it, and coming to the left-hand side, picking up yardage and the first down, shimmying all the way through, and he will go all the way. The Vipers are on the board as Jenkins takes it from 44 yards out on the, fake punt.
Yeah, he was just kind of lined up deep in the backfield. They pitched it out to him, and Jenkins was off to the races, made a couple guys miss, bounced it to the outside, and once he got about, I'd say, 20 yards downfield, there was nothing but green grass in the goal line, and he scores the first points of the game, 6-0 right now, the Verrado Vipers.
10:30 left to go in the first quarter, and the Vipers are going to turn around and kick the extra point, and it's blocked. Pete Kelly will come in and block it, and we'll see if that plays a major role here as this game moves along. We're going to take here it is as Kelly comes through, and just a clean dive across by Kelly. That's the second time he's been in the backfield and wreaking havoc already. We'll take a break. We'll return to Verrado High School after this.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Back here at Verrado High School, Verrado, the Vipers in a bunch formation, makes you wonder what they're going to do, and psych. They come up to the ball and run away from it and spread out to a normal. I wonder if anybody accidentally hits the ball when they do that.
I'm sure it happens. You slip, just tap the ball.
Now they kick it deep. Tristan Clark has a shot to return it. He's got an option for a reverse. He does it. He takes it up the middle, makes a man miss, runs into one of his blockers, and will get out to about the 15-yard line. Mingus will take over from there, deep in their own territory. They're going to have to drive the ball on this one.
Yeah, kick a little off to the right for Clark, and he comes back. The left side has a reverse option man there, but he doesn't give it, decides to take it himself, takes it out to about the 15-yard line. We talked about Pete Kelly coming up and blocking that extra point. I mean, remember against Flagstaff, just wreaking havoc off the edge there, untouched. He got a couple blocks in that game.
Here come the Marauders. Vincent, the center, Jordan Upham over center. He'll pitch it out to the near side. Got a blocker out in front. Here he comes around the corner, making a man miss, and still on his feet. Upham actually got the pitch and took it to the outside. It was Meyer over center, and just like that, Upham, they get him to the outside. Holy cow, where is number 10 on the field?
Hey, not a bad guy to have there on the outside. Traditionally your quarterback, but he's your leading rusher as well in Jordan Upham. They pitch it out to him. He gets the first down and more. So not a bad guy to pitch it to, not your traditional quarterback there.
20 yards, you got Myers over center once again. How about that? There's a pitch going to the outside. Upham gets past one, but then back to the line of scrimmage, and there comes the yellow flag, first one of the game.
They go to Meyer again for the second play in a row. Second play we see Meyer under center. They go to Upham twice in a row.
Well, they call it against Mingus, and that's going to drive the ball back. It's at the 35-yard line, 34-yard line at the moment. And it looks like they're going to take the hold against the Mingus Marauders. And it's going to bring up second and long. It appears as though the hold is probably a good solid 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that one hurts. You go back close to where you started this drive, about 5 yards more. But after that pickup by Upham on the first play, the second play, they get nabbed for a penalty, brings them back.
First and 21 now for the Mingus Marauders, and Mingus will run the ball up the middle. And it looks like Upham kept it himself and won't get anywhere. And that's going to be maybe a yard or two up the middle here for Mingus.
Yeah, that was a great job up front by the Verrado Vipers, just clogging any holes, any chance that a play had to go up the line. They just had really every little outlet for Upham stopped and clogged up and nowhere to go.
All right, so Jordan Upham back over center. He's got men to the right and left, and he'll keep it. There's the late pitch coming to the outside. Tristan Clark can't get away from the defense and is swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. And Verrado coming up big here, number 18, with the tackle out there for the Verrado Vipers. That is Titan Wijaja.
Yeah, that was a great job, and that's what you have to do right there. You just have to come upfield and really take away that pitch. You have to have a guy on the quarterback as well on the pitch man so that anything that the offense does is wrong, and that was a great job by the Vipers there, just stopping that play really had no shot to go from the beginning.
Mingus looking to go reverse the opposite direction, had a little bit of running room, but not quite enough. He'll get up to the 25 and pick up about 10 yards back, but that's going to bring up 4th down, and Mingus will have to punt from their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was Tristan Clark. He had a couple lead blocks. Accurso was one of them, just kind of breaking through that line. He actually fell through it, and just not enough there for Clark.
Meyer gets the ball up, a high spin, pushing his man back. He drops the ball, picks it up, going to the opposite side, trying to find some room. There's a block in the back. Mingus will contain him and take him down at about the 31-yard line, but I think that flag might back up Verrado about 15 yards from that spot.
Yeah, it looked like a block in the back right there where he was running the ball, and he threw the flag pretty quickly there. We'll see what the actual call is.
Kelly blocked the extra point, and now after a Trey Meyer, a tremendous punt once again. All right, the Mingus Marauders now trying to go on defense. Will get Verrado backed up, but Verrado scored quickly on their first offensive plays of the game. Their first drive, they quickly went to a 4th down situation and then a 44-yard breakaway and put 6 points up on the board for their first drive of the game. That one, of course, though, started at the 49-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. This one is going to start at the 15-yard line, maybe the 14-yard line, and here come the Verrado Vipers. Lax taking the snap and looking to go to the right-hand side, and he will get hit in and out of the grass. Throws the ball to the far side and throws it away. Is it caught? It is caught for a first down, about 14 yards on the pass attempt. Somehow he got out of the grasp of the Mingus Marauder defense.
Yeah, I don't know how he got away with that. I mean, I was just waiting for the ball to get out of his hand as he had Tyler Kelly chasing him in the backfield and grabbing onto his jersey, and Lax still just has that ball floating out there, but he completes the pass.
And Mingus says, well, we got a timeout on the field. No, we've got an encroachment lined up in the neutral zone, but it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So 1st and 5 now for Verrado with the ball at the 34-yard line.
Well, Jackie talked about the first drive for the Vipers started at the 49-yard line. They score. Great punt by Meyer to pin them back and just give them more field to work with here on the second offensive drive.
And now Jenkins will take the ball through the middle, right-hand side, off a tackle, and he'll pick up 6 and the first down. And the Vipers moving the ball once again.
Yeah, every time Jenkins gets the ball, he just tends to do something positive with it. He's averaging 8 yards a carry, 69 yards a game, but a big season by Jenkins.
Now, wait a second. Where they marked that ball, yeah, that should be real close. I saw the marker going backward, and now they're going to bring it forward. That might be close enough to measure. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? They're getting down on a knee right now, the refs, and they're looking at it, but yeah, they're going to go ahead and bring the chains out, make sure they get this one right.
Well, that'll be an interesting scenario. Is it 2nd and short, or is it another first down? It is another first down for the Verrado Vipers. 2 in a row here now. Very quickly, 3 plays, 2 first downs. And Verrado with 55 rushing yards in the game so far. They've got spread formation. To the left, to the right. They got Jenkins in the backfield. Lax in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Looking for somewhere to go. He'll throw it up to the near side. Almost intercepted. They're trying to set the screen. And now the flag. I wonder if that is a illegal player downfield on the set screen.
It's going to go against Verrado. It looks like number 76 was down the field. I think they're going to call it.
Well, let's go ahead and figure out where they're going to take this. The ball sits currently at the 38-yard line, 39-yard line of the Verrado Vipers. Mingus 2 penalties in the game. So far, Verrado 1. Now 2. So that'll even up that category. Verrado leading on the scoreboard, 6-0. The difference, a blocked extra point by Pete Kelly, as the Verrado Vipers unable to get that completed.
Real quick, Jackie, in the first quarter, Bradshaw Mountain 7, Arcadia 3.
Mingus will not take the penalty, bringing up 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Once again, Jenkins in the backfield, man in motion. There's the snap, they fake it, they throw it to the screen inside, and Mingus playing tight. They can't get the ball to James where they want to, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they had the trips to the near side, and great job by the Marauders defense. They're just trying to go for a little quick pass there to one of the receivers, so you had 2 out there blocking for him. But you had Pfeiffer and Accurso who just blew through their blocks and really broke up that play.
Bunch formation near side now for the Vipers. 3 receivers on the near side. There's the snap. Quarterback's looking to throw. He's in trouble. He's hit. He's sacked. And Mingus will get him down at about the 30-yard line. Let's see who is in there for the Mingus Marauders. It is Tyler Kelly. And who else? Show me your number, young man. Oh, of course, his older brother.
Tyler and Pete Kelly, you see here just off the edge. Pete Kelly fighting, does the inside move to get within that the offensive tackle, and really just nowhere for Lax to go, as he's got Marauders on either side of him. Brings the ball down and just goes to the ground.
Now we're in a more traditional punt formation. Mingus comes after it. The punt is straight up and coming down. Get away from it. It takes a Mingus Marauder bounce and then a Verrado bounce, and it'll come down to the Mingus Marauder 44-yard line. So that'll end up being, about a 22-yard punt for Verrado. Mingus will get the ball back near midfield at their own 44-yard line.
Well, Vipers march down the field on their first drive, put 6 on the board. On their second drive, the Marauders defense does a great job preventing really any momentum from getting gained on that drive. They come up with the sack to end it, and we talked about the sacks all season. You have Tyler Kelly with 10.5 and his brother Pete Kelly with 10 on the season.
All right, wing formation as Mingus hands the ball off. Pfeiffer fighting forward, chipping away close to midfield. We'll see where they mark it, and that'll give him about 5 yards for Pfeiffer on his first run of the game.
Another hard run there by Pfeiffer, just getting enough 5 yards, falling forward to pick up a couple extra yards. That's what you want to do there. Just keep those feet moving, fall forward if you can. Another nice push by the offensive line.
Here come the Marauders again, 1 receiver to the left. Tristan Clark in motion again. They give it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer will fight his way forward for another 3 or 4 into Verrado territory inside the 48, close to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 as Pfeiffer just goes right off tackle there, picks up another couple of yards. He gets the call on the first 2 plays of this drive, and Mingus looking at a 3rd and short.
Here come the Marauders, same setup. Tristan Clark goes in motion. This time they stand up out of it. Look around. Upham says, yep, this is how we go. 6 men on the line of scrimmage for the Verrado Vipers. They hand it off. Pfeiffer with a first down and more. He'll get down to about the 40-yard line of the Verrado Vipers, and Mingus moves the chains.
Well, it's that triple option where they just, Upham snaps the ball. He has the first guy going through up the middle, and then he has Clark motioning behind him. He decides to give it to Pfeiffer, who picks up the first down.
I like things in triples, like triple ice cream cones, triple pizza specials. Here come the Mingus Marauders once again. New set of downs for Mingus. Upham back, looking to pass. He's got a man open, downfield and in and out of the hands of Accurso. He was well covered, but the ball came down. That was a beautiful throw. He had a shot at it.
It really was play action. Upham drops back, looking down the left side, and just puts it right where it has to be. Accurso unable to come down with it, but it was nice coverage downfield with the Vipers, but Upham puts it right where it needs to be, unfortunately, in and out of the hands of Accurso.
2nd and 10 from the Vipers, 40-yard line. Mingus looking to put the ball on the ground again, and it goes Pfeiffer once again just to the left of Jordan Vincent, trying the one hole there, and he'll pick up a strong 2, maybe 3, bringing up a 3rd and 7 for Mingus.
Yeah, Alec Pfeiffer has just had a huge second half to this season, running the ball extremely hard, and that's gotten him the second rusher on this Marauders offense with 620 yards.
9 men in the box against Mingus, and Upham will keep it himself. He'll follow Pfeiffer through that same hole. He'll pick up a couple, maybe 3, and we'll call it maybe 4th and 5. Now, at the 35-yard line of the Vipers, is this 2-down territory?
You know, we saw Verrado go for it on their first drive, and it looks like Mingus is going to do the same thing, go for 4th down in Verrado's territory.
Accurso comes in motion, and now we'll go back to the opposite side. Everybody will check their wrists once again. Upham, he's got Clark to the right. He's got Pfeiffer in the backfield. Clark goes into motion. They hand it off to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer bounces to the outside. He'll pick up the first down and more. Actually, it was a keeper with Upham. He had me fooled there for a moment. Curves to the outside and will pick up 15, 20 yards and move the chains once again for Mingus as they're just inside the red zone.
Really just almost the same play that we've been seeing this entire drive, but they've just given it to Pfeiffer probably 4 times on this drive. That one time Upham decides to keep it, runs off tackle to the outside, and it's wide open. They lured that defense in up the middle by giving the ball over and over to Pfeiffer.
Mingus now inside the red zone. They'll go back toward the middle. Keeper by Upham. He'll go off to the right-hand side, follow a block, and pick up a couple, and back to chewing grass here.
Chipping away, I mean, moving downfield again. And we got about 3:20 left in this first quarter, but they're just moving the ball downfield. And that's what you got to do, and that's what they've been doing here. They're looking to get 6 on the board as they're deep in Vipers territory. That sounds scary, huh?
Mingus is trying to get their offensive line to show some muscle here. Pfeiffer will try the 2-hole just to the right of the center in Vincent, and he'll pick up just a couple, but that's going to bring up 3rd and maybe a long 5, maybe 6, with the ball about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Mingus really looking to pick up this one. If they don't get this 3rd down, they're going to be faced with whether or not to punt the ball, which it's within Meyer's reach.
Well, yeah, field goal definitely an opportunity. Mingus will hand it off, and Pfeiffer tries the left-hand side off tackle. He will fall forward for some, bringing up 4th and possible, maybe 4th and 3 out there for the Mingus Marauders, and they are chewing up clock. Close to 2 minutes left to go. Now, will Coach Young choose the points, or will he continue to try to get the drive? Mingus does not look like they are coming out with their field goal unit. They go back with the original offense. 4th and 3 inside the 10-yard line. Here's the snap. It looks like Upham's going to keep it himself. Will he get enough of a drive or no? Mingus will not get it, and the Vipers, Verrado, will hold on downs and take over right inside of their own 10-yard line.
Well, that was a very similar play to the one that they converted the previous 4th down on this drive with, where Upham fakes it up the middle, takes it himself, runs to the outside, except this time the Vipers were on that outside. They had it covered up the middle as well off the edge, and a nice play by the Vipers to keep Mingus from getting in the end zone and converting that second 4th down of the drive.
6-0, the home squad from Northern Buckeye is in the lead. Pete Kelly blocked the extra point. One breakaway is really the difference in this game. Lax now takes the snap in. He'll hand it off and hit immediately behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 4 is Jenkins, and Mingus got in there quickly.
Yeah, that was Cole Phelps on that tackle in the backfield. They had the jet motion, the jet sweep coming from left to right. They fake it to him, give it to the back, and Cole Phelps meets him right there after he gets the ball. Cole Phelps is your leading tackler for the Marauders with 110, averaging 11 tackles per game.
Galloway returns to the Mingus Marauders, by the way, at least defensively. He's out at defensive end on the right-hand side, nearest to the press box. Lax sends a man in motion. They do hand it off. The jet sweep coming to the near side is caught behind the line of scrimmage, spun down and back for another loss out there. the Vipers. Number 23 with the carry, unable to get out of the grasp out there is Elijah Johnson, one of the wide receivers.
Yeah, they just they brought the jet sweep in motion. The play beforehand, they decided to give it to him here, and he had a couple blockers out there. Looked like this play was gonna have good potential to pick up some yardage, but the Marauders on defense fly over to that side and just stop it.
Now we have apparently a flag on the holding on defense against Mingus. So that is going to be a penalty against Mingus. Wow, interesting. Okay. And we'll see if that's going to give an automatic first down or not. They move it up 10. They move it up 10, and I'm not exactly sure where the hold is, but Pete Kelly got behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now it's 2nd and 1. Interesting. Wow. Second penalty against the Mingus Marauders. Pardon me, third penalty against the Mingus Marauders here tonight. And here come the Verrado Vipers with new life now. 2nd and short. They're going to throw to the near side. They had Jenkins wide open. He'll get tripped up from behind. It looks like Galloway got him, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that was a really nice read by Lax as he saw Pfeiffer coming from the outside. You see him right there blitzing, and then you have number 1 just turn around and just stop. And they pass it to him, and he picks up a first down. But a nice read by Lax. He sees the pressure coming off the edge. And again, a great job by the running back in Jedi Jenkins to see that pressure from the edge and just where that pressure is coming from. He turns around, stops, makes the reception, and picks up a first down.
Okay, 4 receivers in a bunch formation now. 1 now in motion coming near side. Quarterback goes out that side, is being chased. Will throw the ball downfield. Has Lax for a first down as he'll pick up about 15. And that's Jenkins downfield at about the 40-yard line. So they move the chains once again. They've got him booting. That was a great boot. Tell you what, Pfeiffer was in pursuit, wasn't he?
Yeah, Pfeiffer was just chasing behind him, and you saw him feeling that pressure, but he keeps moving out to his right, keeps his composure, and drops it out there to Jedi Jenkins for a first down, another first down.
Bunch formation now, 3 receivers on the near side. Mingus almost playing zone off of them. There is a snap. Nope, they're going to get Mingus encroaching. It might have been Kelly jumping across the line, and that'll be another penalty against the Mingus Marauders. That's 4 now. And Mingus now has, they've racked up 33 yards in penalties so far.
That hurts. I mean, especially here in the playoffs where you have teams that are going to take advantage of that. But right there, it just looks like Tyler Kelly was a little too anxious. He was going to come off that, and that penalty is going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
We check the Cottonwood Parks and Recreation scoreboard, and it shows the Vipers 6, the Mingus Marauders 0 at the end of the first quarter. More Division III playoff action coming up.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us.
I've been buying from Oxendale for the last 10 to 15 years. I always get good service, and I know I can shop locally here and get the same deal I'm going to get anywhere, and appreciate the fact that you can buy locally and get taken care of here.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Back here at Verrado High School, and they'll flip sides as they put 12 on the clock for the second quarter. Mingus trying to make a defensive stand. Verrado with the ball at their own 46-yard line, now going left to right across your radio dial. And they will do 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Now, a traditional I formation now. And quarterback Lax takes the snap. They'll hand it off to the first back through. He'll pick up a first down and then some, down to close to the 40-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. And with the ball out there and the run, his first run is Christian Gomez.
Christian Gomez, he has 1 rushing yard coming into tonight for Gomez. Actually, that was, I believe, let's see here, yeah. Coming into tonight, 36. Gomez actually has 95 yards on the season. Excuse me. They have Gomez and Gomez who runs the ball. Gomez picks up the yardage there with 95 yards this season.
Here they come again. Almost trips as he hands the ball off to Jenkins. Tripped on one of his offensive linemen who got pushed back. Jenkins will slither forward for about 4 yards. And 2nd and 6 at the Mingus Marauder 37.
Ball's at the 37-yard line.
Well, we've seen so far tonight, Jackie, that balance of this offense for the Vipers. I mean, they come into tonight with over 1,200 yards rushing and 1,900 yards in the air. They're showing that balanced offense so far tonight.
8 carries, 5 passes so far for the Vipers. They'll pitch now outside. Jenkins has a hole off tackle. They get him to the outside, and he'll be stopped short of the first down, bringing up 3rd and maybe 2 inside the 35-yard line.
Nice job by the Marauders shutting that one down. Initially, it looked like there's a big hole there on that side of the line, but a couple Mingus Marauders breaking off some blocks and coming up with a tackle, stopping the first down.
Lax is in the shotgun now. He's got 1 man to his right. That's Jenkins. Receivers on the outside. They run Jenkins up the middle toward the right-hand side, and they'll move the chains, pick up 3 in the first down as the ball is now inside the 30-yard line. Mingus has had some stops here, and Oopses have kept some drives alive here for the home squad of the Verrado Vipers. They got a fresh set of downs inside the 30-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Jenkins in the backfield. He's looking to throw the ball. He's got a man open. He throws downfield, and it is caught. Number 2 catches it behind the Mingus Verrado defense, and with the catch is Kenneth Wilson.
Kenneth Wilson, that was a nice throw, but an even better catch by Wilson. You watch here, Lax just looking downfield to the right side. He throws it. It's almost a little back shoulder throw as Wilson just stops, goes up and grabs it. Tonight, before this game, 304 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. He's a big boy, Wilson, 6'1" senior. They're the wide receiver going up, grabbing that one down, showing off his strength.
Well, he literally wanted it more as he came back for the ball at the back shoulder. Mingus able to keep him out of the end zone. They give it to Jenkins. Jenkins looking for somewhere to go. He'll get down to the goal line. And is he in? He is in. And that'll be the 2nd rushing touchdown of the game for Jenkins. He'll pick this one up from 5 yards out, and they'll set up for the extra point. Last time blocked by Pete Kelly.
Well, that's going to be the 11th touchdown this year on the ground for Jenkins as he was tackled at the goal line but fell forward into the end zone.
And Mingus blocks it again. How about that? Pete Kelly back-to-back blocks. And that'll keep the score 12-0 here with 10:02 left to go in the first half. Mingus will get the ball back when we return to Verrado High School after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Mingus might be in new territory. I'm not sure I've seen Mingus down by 5 at this particular point, and the bunch formation psychs out everybody. I'm not sure Mingus actually moved. Mingus, 4 front men, 3 in the back, 3 in the near back, and Tristan Clark in the fullback. He'll get the ball as this one's returnable. He's got some blockers. He'll go to the right-hand side. Pretty much straight up forward, a decent return back to about the 27-yard line. Mingus will set up shop there.
Still in the first quarter, Bradshaw 7, Arcadia 9. So just a couple minutes ago, Bradshaw was up 7-3, but Arcadia coming back leading over Bradshaw 9-7.
They matched up earlier in the season. Arcadia got the better of that matchup earlier. So we'll see if the squad from Prescott Valley can come back. Wing formation, Mingus has only attempted to throw the ball once so far. They'll hand the ball off to the right-hand side, off of the inside the tackle, and Ruiz with the run the ball in a pretty decent gain. Give him about 5 on first down.
Yeah, just right up the gut here on the first play of this drive. Ruiz, 290 yards before this game. He has 1 touchdown on the year as well. Running right up the gut to start this drive.
We want to thank Northern Arizona Healthcare and Tire Care for our injury report. Thank God it is empty. There's the snap coming to the right-hand side, and Ruiz had a chance to bounce that one out and didn't really get it outside. He'll gain maybe 1, bringing up 3rd and 4 for the Mingus Marauders with the ball at about the 35-yard line. He had a chance to bounce that one out, but the body wasn't facing the right direction.
No, it wasn't. It looked like he was going to bounce it out, but the free safety, number 15, Joe Villarreal, came flying up and laid a hat on Ruiz before he could have a chance to bounce it outside.
6 men on the offensive line against the Mingus Marauders. 6 Vipers on the offensive line. Mingus will take the snap, and Ruiz will try to run it to the right-hand side and will get hit. And they come out of the pile with the ball, but I think they had named it. No, they give him the ball. Wow, holy cow. How about that? Apparently a fumble that I didn't see, and the Vipers come up with the ball. And it is hard from that angle to see if the ball was out, but it was definitely out on the ground. Whether or not he was already down when it happened, I don't know. But it'll be Vipers' ball at the 35-yard line of the Mingus Marauders, who trail already by 12.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see there if his knee was down or not, but nonetheless, the refs give the ball to Verrado, so first turnover of the night. That was just a straight run up the middle.
They send a man into motion. They're trying to go outside with him. Quarterback in the backfield and will be sacked. That is going to be Phelps with the sack, and they'll take it all the way back to the 45-yard line. A 10-yard sack for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, nice job by Phelps. Just keep putting pressure on him. Missed him at first and then came back and brought him down. Also back there for Mingus was number 68. 68 back there, Stefano DeLu. He's one of our captains here tonight. And so you have 2 Mingus Marauders back there, and Lax really had nowhere to go.
So 2nd and 20 now for the Vipers. He's got 1 man in the backfield. They're going to do the jet sweep. Had a chance to get him in the backfield. He'll juke, he'll drive, he'll pick up 6 or 7, and Mingus will bring him back. Mingus is doing a little ball hawking out there. Actually, by the time he gets back across the line of scrimmage, they're going to give him maybe 3 on the total carry.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Pete Kelly was the one in the backfield. Right when the jet sweep man got the ball, Pete Kelly had a shot at his ankles and wasn't able to trip him up. And then he got into the open field, and Kelly came flying back, and was that ball hawk you were talking about, just kind of jumped up onto the pile. And they're only going to give him a gain of about 3.
They're going to have trips to the left once again for the Verrado Vipers. 3rd and 17 is what we're looking at. Cornerback's back. He's got a man deep. He throws the ball deep and has him as the touchdown goes to Wilson. A long pass. I thought he overthrew him. What a great job catching up with that ball. And it works out to be a 42-yard pass play from the quarterback to Johnson on there. Wilson on the far side, Lax to Wilson.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful ball right there by Lax, and hit Wilson in stride. Perfect pass. He didn't even have to slow down at all to catch that one, as Wilson was able to get behind Jose Pacheco there. And third touchdown of the night for the Vipers.
Well, they're going to go for the extra point again and trying to figure out where. Oh, they're going to get Mingus for encroachment, as Mingus was trying to figure out the count, so they're going to move it closer. I wonder if that'll change the Vipers' desire to go for 1 or 2 here.
Yeah, you know, it might. Yeah, they're changing personnel out there, Jackie.
That's what I imagined was going to happen. And now they'll go for 2, leading 18-0 right now with 7:06 left to go. 42-yard pass play. Lax to Wilson. Gets it done for the Vipers. There is the man, he's going to run it to the near side. He's got a couple of blockers. Did he get in? And he did. To the right-hand side. Finally able to find a hole to get through. It appears as though it's Gomez. And he gets up limping. Now, wait a second. They're going to talk about it. I wonder if they're going to give him the extra point here or not. They've got it on the board with the 2-point conversion, and they do say it's good. So we're going to take a break. We'll return. Mingus will get the ball back and some work to do. Trailing by 20 right now. We'll return to Verrado High School after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us.
I've been buying from Oxendale for the last 10 to 15 years. I always get good service, and I know I can shop locally here and get the same deal I'm going to get anywhere, and appreciate the fact that you can buy locally and get taken care of here.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, we got the Oxendale halftime report coming up. And right now, the Vipers kicking off, leading 20-0. And Mingus will get another shot at it with the ball coming to the far side and getting hit hard is going to be Pacheco. He backed up to take the ball, take the kickoff, and Mingus will get it, but inside of their own 20 and about the 19-yard line.
Update from the Sunrise Cactus game right now in the second quarter. Sunrise leading Cactus 20-6.
So Mingus will have to get near the 30-yard line to pick up a first down. They've got 7:01 left to go on the clock. And so far, the Vipers defense has been able to keep the Mingus Marauders to just 83 yards here on the ground in the first half. Mingus had a drive that got inside the 10, and a fourth down conversion failed. And Mingus right now has not been able to find pay dirt. This is the most Mingus has led in a single game, trailed in a single game all season. Mingus has a man in motion, and it looks like Meyer's going to throw the ball up. He gets it, and into a crowd, and it falls down.
That's intercepted by Verrado.
Wow, holy cow.
Yeah, that was a really nice interception. They were going Meyer under quarterback, throws downfield right in the middle of the field to Upham, who kind of bobbled it. And a Verrado Viper, while it was in the air after being tipped by Upham, was able to pick it up before it got to the ground. Coming up with an interception, Verrado's second turnover of tonight.
A takeaway, you mean?
Takeaway.
They had a fumble recovery on the last possession. Now an interception, and they'll get the ball back at the 50-yard line. And it looked like Upham had to turn around and come back to that ball in double coverage. There's the snap. They're looking to put the ball up. They throw it quickly, and then they pitch it backward. A Statue of Liberty play goes down the left-hand side. A quick pass to the outside, and then a flip to the man coming behind him. And, wow, Coach Wallstrom pulling out all the stops on this one.
Yeah, that's a quick pass to number 22, Xavier James, and then you have Elijah Johnson who coming behind him, and James just flips it out to him. And then Johnson's going downfield, so first going to James, then pitching it to Johnson, and he's down the sideline for a big pickup and a first down.
Mingus has the 38-yard line as the defensive line, and they'll get Jenkins, but he'll pick up a good solid 4 or so on first down, just collapsing inside the guard and the tackle on the right-hand side. 2nd and 5, and very quickly the Vipers back to the line. There's the snap. They'll give it to Jenkins again. No, they'll pitch it to the near side, and Stabrith will have nothing to do with it. He'll throw him back for a loss as he stays home and plays his position well.
Yeah, that really was a nice play by Stabrith as he was there expecting and waiting for that pitch, and once it was pitched, he's there to blow that play up for a loss.
So -4 on that, bringing up a 3rd and 9. We have only seen the Verrado Vipers punt the ball once. Under 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Jenkins in the backfield. He'll now split them out to the right-hand side. They'll throw the quick slant, almost picked off. Anderson had it in the hands for just a moment as they were targeting Wilson once again, and it went through Wilson and then unfortunately through Anderson. Fourth and 9 with the ball at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick slant. Lax missing his man. Anderson in and out of his hands. Lax coming into tonight with 4 interceptions, almost had his 5th right there. As Carson Anderson had a really nice shot at it.
Well, the Vipers are going to talk about what they're going to do on 4th down now. They'll take a timeout. We'll move along with them. We'll return to Verrado High School after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Spread formation on 4th and a long 8, maybe 9. Quarterback Lax has got one man in the backfield. He's looking to throw the ball. He'll throw the ball deep down the middle, and it is just off the fingertips. The seam route was there momentarily, and Mingus will get the ball back on downs. Decent field position at about their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, seam route trying to hit Elijah Johnson as he had him. He had the defensive backs beat, but Johnson just off the fingertips, unable to bring it in. 330 receiving yards coming into tonight, 2 touchdowns. He was the one who James pitched it to on that early on in that drive where he ran up the sideline, picked up a first down. That one just right outside of his reach.
Well, we'll see what Coach Wadsworth, the offensive coordinator, has in mind here. Mingus coming back out in the wing tee. And there is the snap. They hand the ball off, and looked like Upham wanted to get the ball back from Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer didn't give it up. Or I guess it was Kelly that was coming through, and Kelly didn't give it up. It's going to end up with a group -2 yards. Now, who gets the -2 yards there?
Yeah, it looked like they both were holding on to that ball, didn't want to give it up, and they went down to the ground, and then a Viper came up on top of it, and it looked like he almost was able to get the ball out of their hands, but fortunately enough for the Marauders, they keep the ball. And yeah, that one, it just looks like neither one of them wanted to give it up.
Well, they're going to give him no yards on the carry, and they will hand it off again. Kelly breaks one tackle, and then we'll get a couple out to about the 40-yard line. So give him about 3 on the carry, but 3rd and maybe 7.
This is a big 3rd down right here for the Marauders as they need to pick up this and really get towards midfield to try to get something going before halftime, as we got just under 4:40 left before the end of the first half. And Mingus trying to pick up a 3rd and long here.
Well, Mingus has all 3 timeouts left with 4:30 left to go, trailing 20-0 here in the second quarter. Ball just past the 40-yard line. Mingus, no particular hurry. Out here, beautiful night. Mingus would like to put some points up on the scoreboard and tighten up this competition here. They put Clark in motion, and they hand it off to the first back through, who will get driven back, and maybe 2 or 3, so 4th down and a long 3, maybe 4. Kelly, 3 straight carries, 6 yards, and Mingus will set up to punt this ball.
Trey Meyer to punt the ball away. Now, Meyer has done an awesome job punting. Last week at Preston, he was unbelievable.
Meyer's 2nd in the state in punting average, and in rating, which is absolutely phenomenal. 1st in the section, 2nd in the state. And he'll take the snap, and they will blow whistles, and the call on the field will be which? No, that's going to be timeout. So the Vipers take a timeout And maybe they were looking for the fake or trying to figure out something with the fake because, of course, Meyer can throw the ball as well. We're going to go ahead and keep it here with you. 3:39 left to go. Don't forget, all during the course of the next several weeks, you can watch the Youth Football Championships on Vvtv. That is Cable 1, Channel 56, and Suddenlink Channel 2. And 5 different games, 2 Mighty Mite games, 2 minors games, and 1 majors game for the championship. And I tell you what, if you haven't watched these little guys, they are good. They play some pretty decent football.
I tell you what, a busy week there, and glad to see all those games going on. And championship, man, how fun for those guys out there.
7 men on the line of scrimmage now for the Vipers. Verrado coming after the punt, and Meyer will put it up. It'll take a bounce, a decent bounce. It'll be received at the 10-yard line, looking for somewhere to go. And Kelly, Tyler Kelly, will get him back at about the 12-yard line with 3:28 left to go. So they drive him deep, but the Vipers get the ball back and in control of the clock.
Yeah, Tino Cruz, number 21 for Verrado, picks it up on the bounce, and Tyler Kelly meets him down there right when he grabs it and puts him into the grass. So a lot of room right here to work with for Verrado as we're approaching the second half, just over 3 minutes left.
It still works out to be a 45-yard punt for Meyer. Tell you what, I'm hoping some scouts hear about that. Give this young man an opportunity to go kick in a collegiate setting. There's the ball. The quarterback will throw the ball, a quick screen out of the backfield, and then he'll get hit at the line of scrimmage as Mingus drives it out to the far side of the field, but a flag is out on the field, which stops the clock, and we'll see if this one will end up going back.
It almost looked like a block in the back right there as they were trying to seal off that outside edge.
So the pass will go for good, and it'll be a holding call against the Vipers. And we'll see if Mingus will give him the down and back it up. Now the ball's going to go just outside the 5-yard line, half the distance. And so what works out to be, we'll call it a 6-yard penalty against Verrado. They'll spread it out once again. Mingus trying to get some pressure in the backfield. They will hand it off. Jenkins will find a hole up the middle and get some real estate back out to about the 15-yard line. And so on first down, it's like he picked up a couple just to start with. That's actually better from where he was for first down in his first attempt.
Yeah, he just kind of broke through the offensive line and then was just kind of dancing around trying to find a little seam to get to and picks up a few yards there.
He's got 95 yards in the first half against the Mingus Marauders. They will give it to him once again. Mingus will contain him this time. And Jenkins has got nowhere to go. Back to about the 15-yard line. A loss of 1, which should bring up a 3rd and about 9. And is it Mingus that takes a timeout? It looks like Mingus takes a timeout. We're going to take a quick break here. Looking at the Cottonwood Parks Recreation Center scoreboard, it is 20-0. The Vipers on top. We'll return after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
We want to thank Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros is one of our sponsors out here for Mingus Marauder football. In fact, we wouldn't be here without them. They found a leak in my water pump.
2 weeks in a row.
Yes. Oh, no, that's
2
true.
weeks in a row.
Tire first week, the water pump next week. Here we go. Third down and about 7, maybe 8. And here come the Vipers. Mingus with 3 men on the line. They get spread out here against this Viper squad. They've got 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Cornerback takes the snap. They'll throw that quick slant. He'll spin off a Mingus Marauder, pick up a first down across midfield and down to about the 45-yard line. And a flag comes out at about the 46-yard line. And with a big catch and run out there is number 81 for the Vipers, and that is Isaiah Harrison.
Yeah, that was a great run. Just a quick slant to the middle of the field, and Harrison gets it, and he gets actually hit in the middle of the field, just a couple yards downfield, spins off 2 defenders, and then he's running upfield for a big gain there. He's the senior, 6'2", 165.
39 yards on the reception for Isaiah Thomas, or Harrison rather. But we're going to be backing this one back up. The flag came out at the 46-yard line, so even a 15-yard penalty should still be a first down here for the Vipers. 2:27 left to go in the second quarter.
Verrado just having some success here in the first half with that middle of the field, at least with their passing game, as they've picked up most of their yards over the middle of the field in the air.
Well, they got the ball at the 31-yard line. More importantly, they get a new set of downs out there for themselves. And here come the Vipers. They'll pitch it out to Jenkins. Jenkins, a little bit of running room, getting to the outside. He'll get to the outside. He'll pick up a first down and then out of bounds near midfield. They're going to mark him out at about the 47-yard line. So 17 yards on the carry, and that puts the young man over 100 yards in the first half.
He's running the ball really well this half, and really the Marauders did a nice job of stretching that play to the outside. They pitch it to it, and so it's designed to go to the left side there, but the Marauders just kept dragging it out and stretching it out, and he made a couple moves looking for a seam. He found one on the edge and was upfield for now the Marauders around midfield.
Now a pistol. How about that? They go to a pistol now. 2 receivers to the near side. And they're going to send a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Jenkins this side, who almost lost the ball. And then looks like Tyler Kelly will bring him down, help him back up. 1 yard on the carry. More importantly, 2 minutes left in the opening half and on the clock.
Yeah, he bobbled it a little bit and just got possession of it right before Kelly came in to make the tackle. That was a close one.
It's almost like they didn't like the pistol out there, and people got kind of confused on who was going where. They had Gomez in motion going to the far side out of the near side of the pistol. So the near side of the pistol going to the far side. Yeah, no, I got confused. Are you kidding?
It's a new formation for them tonight.
Now an offset eye for the squad, and they're going to give it to the big man through, and picking up about 5 yards is number 45 with his first carry. That's Dante Richardson, middle linebacker, 5'9", 210. Oh my goodness.
Big boy, hard runner there. He runs low to the ground. He's like a big bowling ball running right towards you, trying to stop him. 3rd and short, and he is still in the backfield. And there they give it to him again, and they're going to go. Actually, it's Gomez going the opposite direction. And a little misdirection. Cole Phelps will pick up the tackle, but Gomez will pick up the first down with about 4 yards on the carry. So now, in Mingus Marauder territory at the 40-yard line, 1:04 left to go. And right now, it looks like the Vipers trying to get another score here in before halftime. There's the snap, looking to throw. They'll throw it to the near side. A quick catch, good blocking. Cutting back up through the middle. And Mingus will finally get him tackled down. That's 22. That's a Xavier James. And he is dangerous. He'll pick up 5. Well, he was out on the outside, and really this pass was almost batted down by Pete Kelly as he was coming off the edge, and the pass went right through his arms. He stuck his hands up trying to knock that one down, but it's able to get through and pick up a completed pass. And they pick up about 6 yards on that play.
Lax changes the play at the line. He's going to swing to the left-hand side. He's got pursuit. Here comes Kelly, and Kelly will get the sack. 6 yards with the sack, and the clock continues to roll under 12 seconds without a timeout. This will end the half here. Well, Mingus with a defensive move will end the half. 2.7 seconds is left on the clock here. And a timeout taken by whom? Interesting. We're going to keep it here. It looks like Verrado takes a timeout with 2.7 seconds. So that means they got one shot to throw the ball downfield to the end zone.
Yeah, that's a huge play there by the Marauders just to kind of stop that momentum that they had going there. And like you said, one more shot for Verrado downfield with 15 seconds left they put on the clock here. So they might be able to get 2 plays out of this one. But again, the Mingus Marauders defense coming up big when they have to. I mean, they're marching down the field, the Vipers are, and the Marauders come up with a sack there to kind of end that momentum, and it looked like they were going to go into halftime with that sack, but now they put 15 on the clock, so a couple of chances here possible for the Vipers.
Well, Mingus looking to tighten things up as the Verrado Vipers spread it out once again. Now, they could get 2, they could get 3, or they could be like Bradshaw and get 15 plays off the last 15 seconds of the game. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mingus looking to come after the quarterback. There's the snap. They're looking to put the ball up. They get it. They throw it to the outside, and it lands incomplete. They tried to throw the ball up underneath about 15 yards downfield, and it leaves 11.7 seconds left to go, but more importantly, 4th down. So Mingus now has an opportunity to maybe get some sort of a special teams thing going.
Yeah, they were looking for Kenneth Wilson. They're unable to complete the pass, but they're going to go ahead and punt. Verrado's going to go ahead and punt this ball. And we've seen tonight pretty much every time they've had their kicker out there to either punt or put up an extra point. Pete Kelly has been coming off the edge almost untouched. He's got a block tonight as well. So we'll see if he can make something happen here on special teams with 11 seconds left before half.
Applegate will be at his own 40-yard line. There is the snap. A good punt and a fair catch called, and they're going to just move away from it, and they're going to down it at about the 13-yard line, but a flag comes out at the 30-yard line, and that'll be interesting. 4.4 seconds left to go, and we're going to see what they're going to do with this particular penalty at the 31-yard line. All right, so right now it would be 1st and goal for the Mingus Marauders at about the 12-yard line. You would imagine that the Verrado Vipers would go into a double safety zone with like, 8 safeties?
8 safeties, yeah. They'd definitely be in some type of prevent formation there with 4 seconds left. The referee's still huddled up trying to figure out what this penalty is, and here we come getting the call.
And it is going to be a offsides. Oh, they called false start against the Vipers and offsetting penalties. And so now we're going to do a re-kick, which is going to run the time off the clock. So that doesn't help the Marauders at all.
No, it does not. I mean, they were looking at 4.4 seconds left, one time to get a playoff, and we've seen, I mean, they're down 20-0 here right now, but the Marauders offense can score quick, and we've seen that all season.
I'm interested, though. Why would you punt here with 4.4 seconds left to go? You could go for it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Oh! And Tyler Kelly almost got back there. They're going to stay away from it, and the end of the half is going to come as the ball bounces out of bounds at the 18-yard line. They could have at least thrown the ball downfield, and if it was intercepted, it was intercepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it's intercepted, you run the risk of maybe a return back for some points or whatnot. But our Cottonwood Recreation scoreboard at the half, Verrado 20, Mingus nothing.
Going into halftime, and we're going to talk about changes and variations. See if the Marauders can come back. We'll get to the stats. We'll get to the plays as the Oxendale halftime report comes to you right after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by Oxendale Dodge Chrysler Jeep, your dealer for the people. Stick around for the first half recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats.
Back here at Verrado High School, the Mingus Marauders, round 1 of the Division III playoffs here, the AIA. Round 1 Division III playoffs, and out here on the field, the Verrado band is set, and it's almost like they're set to run a play out here. Not a play as in a football play. Run a theatrical play. They have got banners out on the field, so I believe we are in for a treat here this evening, and a gorgeous night. Game time, about 65 degrees for the Marauders and Vipers out here, and it has been quite a game, although it has gone Verrado's way as they lead on the scoreboard by a score of 20-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been pretty much all Vipers in this first half. They've just been showing that balanced offense that we talked about in the pregame, and they're getting it done in the air, on the ground. A couple guys with some impressive first half stats, and yeah, it's just been great. Mingus coming up with a big stop there right before half to kind of prevent any other points going on the board. But Mingus is going to have to really find that spark here in the second half.
Well, interesting. Last week we're sitting out in the stands at Prescott, freezing. And today here at Verrado, we have the air conditioner right behind us here in the press box, on, by the way.
It is on.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting. Hey, let's recap the first half here in the Oxendale halftime report. We want to thank our friends at Oxendale, Travis Reed and Company, for sponsoring our halftime report. 10:30 in the first quarter, and the first breakaway of the game, 44-yard pitch out here to Jenkins, and Jenkins weaves in, Jenkins weaves out, Jenkins outruns and picks up the first touchdown. It was 6-0 because Pete Kelly blocked the extra point, so it was 6-0. Mingus then put on a wonderful drive, took the ball all the way inside the 10-yard line, but then end up turning it over on downs, which was a heartbreaker for the Marauders. A great defensive stand for the Vipers, and then the Vipers get the ball back in the second quarter, 10 minutes left to go. A 25-yard pass play to Wilson sets up this 5-yard dive out here to Jenkins, his second rushing touchdown of the game. And guess what happened to the extra point? Can you guess?
I can guess it was no good.
It was blocked again by Kelly.
No good.
2 in a row.
He's been untouched off that edge for most of the night.
He has. And then second quarter with 7:06 left to go, a 42-yard pretty pass. I mean, it was definitely an ESPN moment as Lax finds Wilson downfield, and you can even do the na-na-na along with us, and he just floats it up, and getting up underneath it is Wilson as he just runs underneath the ball out to the only one that had a shot at catching that ball was him.
It was a beautiful pass.
The 2-point conversion after a penalty was good by Gomez, and that's where we are here at halftime with Verrado leading by a score of 20-0.
Yeah, again, it's just been all great plays in the air. They've had a lot of success in the middle of the field in the air for the Vipers, on the ground as well. Mingus's defense has found a way to stop them and really prevent them, especially a couple drives. Verrado was driving down the field, but Mingus was able to kind of stop them. But yeah, Jonathan Lax has just been playing phenomenal. He's been finding those open receivers downfield. They have a couple really big receivers who have shown off that size, made a couple incredible receptions, and Mingus is just going to be trying to find a way to stop that from happening in the second half.
And Oxendale going on here and through the month, and coming up a very special day, Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. And Oxendale qualifies for both of them, by the way. But you know what? You want to check out your deals at Oxendale Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep on the 89A bypass. And you want to take advantage. Talk to them about $2,000 below invoice on every new vehicle in stock except for Wranglers. $2,000 below invoice on any vehicle in stock except for the Wranglers, and no negotiation. It's part of that Bill of Rights that they do at Oxendale. You don't have to negotiate for your best deal. They're just going to give it to you. You don't even have to go in and ask for it. They're just going to give you $2,000 below invoice. And you know what's better than that? You get to keep the rebates.
Just keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better. So it's $2,000 below invoice, and you get to keep the rebates. And that's going on right now. You can kind of take advantage of the Black Friday deals because you're listening to Marauder Football, and you can mark this down and then go see Travis, tomorrow, next week, whatever works out for you. And take advantage of it early. And it will go through the last weekend here, Thanksgiving weekend in November. Where are you going to be for Thanksgiving?
I think I'm going to go back home, down in the valley.
Yes.
Spend with my family, yeah. I got both sides of the family doing a Thanksgiving thing, so I get two of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so hard because, I have to try and not eat so much that I'm just incredibly stuffed in the first one. I need to save a little bit of room for the second one, but hey, 2 Thanksgivings, can't beat it.
Well, that's when you start hollowing out one of the legs.
Yeah, right.
You hollow out the legs so that you can get the turkey in one and the ham in the other, right?
Yeah, it's all about trying to stuff my face a couple weeks before that to really stretch out that stomach so I have enough room for just an overload of Thanksgiving food. I can't stop. That's my problem.
Well, we will start on the way home. We'll start the stomach stretch. The Oxendale halftime report will continue here from Verrado High School. It is round 1 of the Division 3 playoffs, and we'll take you out to commercial break with the Verrado band out on the field. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, they have done a phenomenal job out here. We'll return for more of the Oxendale halftime report after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hi, guys.
Yeah. I enjoyed my purchase experience at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep. My salesperson took me out on the lot and let me look around at all the cars while my children played in the play area. And they really enjoyed it. There was no pressure.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Well, enjoyed here at halftime a wonderful performance by the Verrado band, and they did a great job out there. I like the plumes. The plumes on the hat are a very nice touch. You're going to have to actually rewatch this game on Vvtv to check out the plumes here. Here at halftime, Oxendale halftime report, and it is Verrado 20, Mingus 0. And as we take a look at some of the stats here, let's start off with Verrado. And you had talked about their even passing and rushing attack. They're exactly even. 131 yards on the ground, 131 yards in the air. Lax is 7 for 12, 131 yards and a touchdown. Jenkins, 14 carries, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Mingus, not quite as successful, no passing yards here in the first half. Only tried the ball twice, 1 intercepted. And the Mingus Marauders led by quarterback Jordan Upham, who has got 6 carries and 52 yards in the first half. Pfeiffer, who has been very effective, has got 6 carries and 22 yards. We've seen Ruiz run the ball, Kelly run the ball, 89 rushing yards. Mingus held to under 100 yards of offense here in the first half. Not typical for the Mingus Marauder offense.
No, it's really not. I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to the Vipers defense. I mean, holding a team that scores over 300 yards. I mean, they're averaging over 300 yards on the ground a game, and they got them under 100 yards, under 90 yards in the first half, so nice job by them. But, Mingus has had their opportunities. They've had some dropped interceptions on defense, and they've been able to at times move the ball on offense, but really they got to just kind of get something working there. 81 yards total offense, all on the ground. And then you look at, on the other side of the ball, the offense for Verrado, 131 in the air, 131 on the ground. That just makes it so difficult as a defense. You're not sure what they're going to come out and do because they're having success with both of them.
Well, Mingus, it's a 3-score game. Mingus has got to come back and score 3 touchdowns, 3 more touchdowns than Verrado here in the second half. Mingus has been traditionally and historically a second half squad, and so we're going to have to see what kind of adjustments the coaching staff will come out with. We'll see what Coach Cromer does on the line. We'll see what Coach Galloway does with the defensive backs. Coach Dixon does with the whole defensive scheme. And Wadsworth, Coach Wadsworth, has got to come out with a different attack here offensively, because so far there's been very few teams that have been able to handle the Mingus Marauder run, but the Vipers have done so.
Yeah, they really have been, but you mentioned Mingus, traditionally and especially this season, a second half team. We saw it was 7-0 last week going into halftime. Mingus turned on the Jets there in the second half and took over the game. This is an offense that comes out. They are great at adjusting in the locker room and really executing those adjustments in the second half, and they can score quick. So by no means down 20-0 is this game over at all. Mingus, that offense, knows how to put up points, knows how to gain yards quickly, and so it should be a really impressive one I'm expecting out of Mingus in the second half.
Well, one thing that we were told before the game is this Viper team has speed.
Yeah.
And believe me, very effectively spoken as Vipers, they slither downfield very quickly, in and out, just great hips, great foot movement on their receivers, on their running backs, and they have been able to get it done. However, Mingus has gotten in the backfield. Lax has been sacked 3 times. The Kelly brothers have gotten him. Phelps has gotten him. We've had him in the grasp before. The coaching staff for the Vipers have actually taken some chances and have converted on 4th down conversions. So honestly, when I say this game is closer than 20-0, I actually mean that.
No, it really is. I mean, the Marauders have been able to get pressure on Lax, and he's made a couple bad decisions from that. Marauders just haven't been able to capitalize on those mistakes by Lax. I mean, just the one I can think of, I believe it was Carson, in and out of the hands. I mean, Lax completely missed his receiver on a quick slant into the middle of the field, and Carson Anderson was right there. His hands were on the ball, and it was in and out of his hands. So, I mean, the opportunities are there. The Marauders just have to keep pressuring this offense of the Vipers throughout the second half, and then on the offensive side of the ball for Mingus, just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they can break plays. I just keep saying it over and over again because we've seen them. I mean, where they haven't had much success, all of a sudden they break Upham or whoever it is, breaks a 50-plus yard run, get on the board, and then once that happens, it seems like the offense kind of opens up, and then that's when they get the ball rolling and are able to put some points on the board. So we'll see how they come out here in the second half.
This will wrap up the Oxendale halftime report. Remember, $2,000 under invoice. You keep the rebates through Small Business Saturday at Oxendale. We'll return to Verrado High School after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
This has been the Oxendale Dodge Chrysler Jeep Halftime Report. We'll meet you back on the air as exciting Mingus Marauder football returns for half number 2 right after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us. Hi, Denise.
I just recently purchased my 4th vehicle from Oxendale. It's a 2010 Kia Soul, and I love it. And the reason I continue to come here after all these years is because not only do they have wonderful service, they treat you very professional.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Back here at Verrado High School, 200th Avenue and Indian School Road, about 80 miles or so from East LA. Okay, not quite. We got a little farther to go. Second half action, Mingus trailing 20-0, but they will get the ball back here in the first half. And you know what? It is times like this that define a character.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we haven't seen this. This is kind of uncharted waters for the Marauders right now this season. I mean, down 20-0 at halftime, and they get the ball here, as you mentioned, to open up the second half. They're looking to score, put points on the board here on their first opening drive, and hopefully that kind of turns things around, as really the first half, most of the momentum was with Verrado. Mingus looking to kind of shift that.
Coach Derek Wallstrom, the head coach of the Verrado Vipers, didn't realize this. Coach prior to this at Northwest Christian, and so obviously brings some awesome tradition to Verrado High School. And Mingus going in a 4-3-3-1 setup. And Mingus unable to break one here in the first half. We'll get another shot here, and we are underway. The kick is a little bit short. It'll come to the near side. Clark will pick it up on the run. He'll try to go to the inside, and we'll get across the 20. And Mingus will set up shop with kind of a long field. Not great field position, but certainly outside their own red zone at the 21.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see here how the Marauders come out on their first drive. As we saw a couple passing attempts. They had that one that was intercepted downfield where Meyer was under center, and he was looking for Upham in the middle of the field, and it was just kind of off of Upham's hand, and he tipped it up into the air, and a Viper was able to grab it before it fell to the grass and come up with the takeaway.
Upham will go under Vincent, the center. He's got Pfeiffer in the backfield, and will hand it off to Pfeiffer to start this one. And, well, they don't get anywhere as the penetration by the Vipers was rather intense to start this one. That was just to get the clock rolling, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, they just go back to what they've been doing all game, just that run up the middle where that actually Ruiz had a fumble on a run up the middle in the first half. And the Verrado Vipers on defense have been done a really great job tonight of just plugging those holes and making it difficult for the running backs of the Mingus Marauders.
They're playing an 8-gap defense, and looks like Upham's going to keep it himself. He's got a man to beat on the outside, get caught from behind, but not until near midfield. And just like that, Upham will get his squad out of their own red zone and up about to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, beautiful kick-out blocks there by the offensive line and a couple running backs for Mingus. As there we go, we talked about it. Mingus can pick up yardage quick. They can score fast, and on the second play on this opening drive in the second half, Upham picks up a big chunk of yard well, he was actually caught behind there, as we saw. We talked about the speed of this Verrado's, just their entire squad. That speed that they have all across the board. They catch Upham from behind, but hopefully that's a little spark there for Mingus on offense.
Haven't seen a Curso get the ball yet here for the Mingus Marauders in tonight's game. Oh, wing T, lots of motion, and Upham's going to keep it. He'll put the helmet down and get what he can, which will squib forward for about 1.5. Interesting. Mingus getting close to the midfield spot. The ball at the 47-yard line of Mingus, trying to get back into Verrado territory here.
Couple score updates. Bradshaw leading Arcadia 13-12. That's at the half. Catalina Foothills 14, Cibola 10, and Sunrise Mountain 36, Cactus 6.
Here come the Marauders. There's the snap, and Pfeiffer will drive forward and pick up good yardage. Keeps those legs just a-churning, and Mingus does what Mingus does best. 3rd and a short now, as that'll be less, maybe a yard, across into Viper territory at the 47-yard line. So now Mingus going downhill.
Yeah, that was a big run with determination by Pfeiffer, as he almost picks up the first down on that second effort.
Mingus looking for a first down, and they're going to drive it up the middle, and Mingus will have the first down as the Verrado Vipers are ball hawking. And boy, that is a late whistle, as Pfeiffer has got to be strong with those arms to hang on to that ball through all of that ball hawking. Give him about 4 on the carry, and Mingus moves the chains. 9:42 left to go. Mingus trying to get on the board, down 20-0.
Yeah, the last couple of games, the Marauders have really gone to Pfeiffer, especially late in the game when they're just trying to have that ball security, keep the ball moving and the clock running. And Pfeiffer's been that guy with the ball security all season long.
2 receivers in this set for the Mingus Marauders, actually 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And looks like Upham's going to look to throw the ball, and he'll get sacked. And unfortunately, that'll take the ball close back to midfield, and Upham had no time to get rid of the ball or anything. And we got a Mingus Marauder down on the field, unable to keep up on his feet, and that could be number 75 for the Marauders. That'll be the one of the offensive linemen for Mingus, and that'll be Nathan Jones. And they're going to be attending him, and hopefully this isn't serious. Hopefully we can keep him off of the Northern Arizona Healthcare entire care injury report. That is going to bring up 2nd and 8 as Mr. Jones is still on the field. Mr. Boyson, one of the best athletic trainers probably in the history of athletic trainers, but most definitely in high schools, and they are working on the right leg of Jones. We're going to go ahead and take a quick little break and give that young man some privacy as they check out the right knee, and we'll return to Verrado High School after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Back here, Division III Round 1 playoffs. Mingus now second and about 17. They'll go back to a wing tee, put the man in motion, and it looks like Upham will keep it himself. He'll scurry around the right, pick up on a couple, but now third and a long 16 out on the board here for the Mingus Marauders. Nathan Jones is able to get up and walk off the field with a little bit of help, so I pray that young man's going to be okay.
Yeah, you really, it's always a good sign to see them walking off on their own power and putting pressure and some weight on that leg, whichever one was injured, and he's able to do that walking off the field. But he's a big boy, 5'9", 230 pounds.
How about this? The Mingus Marauders come out with two receivers to the near side. We have got everybody else on the line, and Mingus tries to run the ball, and Upham will gain 2 and get up to about the 45-yard line of Verrado, but now it's going to be 4th and 13. They're actually going to do 4th and 14 on the board, which of course reminds me of the deal at Home Furnishings Direct. 14 pieces, $9.99. Mingus set up to punt quickly, and Meyer does the punt, kicks it to the near side. He'll get a strong bounce, and it rolls. Will they stop it? Down at the goal line, and they do stop it at the goal line. Phenomenal job by the Mingus Marauders special teams. Will get the Vipers inside their own 1-yard line.
Myers does it over and over again. I mean, just able, especially last week, it seemed like every single punt was within the 5-10-yard line, and here he goes, he pins them within the 5-yard line, so a lot of field to work with here for Verrado.
Well, you know the Mingus Marauders defense is going to pin their ears back right now. How do you do that inside the helmet, by the way? They're going to pin their ears back, and they're probably coming after this, and Verrado's got to come up with something special that's going to get them at least a little bit forward. That ball is so touching wide out there. You can't get any closer to the goal line out there.
Just past the goal line.
And they've got that offset eye with the big man in the backfield. And we have an encroachment against Mingus. And that'll move it forward 5 yards. Whoops. First and 5 and plenty of breathing room.
Yeah, that one hurts. I mean, they're looking like they're going to bring some pressure there. Someone might have gotten a little too excited, jumped early. Gives them Verrado room.
And they're going to hand off, coming to the near side. He'll break it to the outside. He will get a first down and more across the 25-yard line. And Jenkins just continues to eat up Mingus Marauder defense out here. He'll pick up 20.
Just running off tackle on the right side, following a couple lead blocks who pick up whatever Marauders are over there on that side, and he's able to pick up a big gain as really they were stopped within the 1-yard line. Looking to start this drive. Mingus jumps off sides and then a big gain there.
Offset eye once again. Gomez gets the ball this time, and they will stand him up, and Mingus should be shooting for that ball in there. He'll pick up 3 or 4, and Mingus needs a turnover. Lost the turnover battle in the first half, 2-0.
Yeah, they did right there. Tyler Kelly just standing there waiting for Gomez. Really, Gomez nowhere to go as Kelly was kind of squared up, waiting for him to make a move, and when he does, he's there to wrap him up and make the tackle.
Okay, man in motion coming across, and they will give it to the second back, which is Jenkins. Jenkins tries to get around the corner, changes direction, and then dives down. And it looked like, was it Pfeiffer out there that got a hold of? No, it was Upham that got a hold of the jersey and started the helicopter tackle.
Yeah, I believe that was Stabref there on the outside. Really, they're fighting off a block here, and he's able to just get enough of Jenkins, kind of spin him around by the jersey, and that disrupts the timing of the play. And Jenkins kind of goes down there, and Upham falls on top of him. Nice play by Stabref on the outside.
Well, they give him progress back to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion again. They're going to throw a quick pass to the outside. Mingus will eat it up quickly, and Jenkins does not get back to the line of scrimmage with the quick screen. And Pfeiffer on the tackle, 4th and a long 8. And we might see a punt. Mingus could get the ball back, trailing. Third quarter action, approaching 5:45, trailing right now 20-0.
Yeah, you had Pfeiffer on the outside there. If he wasn't able to make the tackle, 40 Trevor Galloway was right behind him to clean it up.
Nice to have Galloway back off the injury report. Mingus coming at this punt, trying to get in there. They do get it off. Clark, the only one back, he's going to get away from it. It's going to take an awesome bounce for the Vipers inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. That's where Mingus will take over with 5:17 left to go.
Yeah, nice punt right there by Verrado to kind of just pin the Mingus Marauders back as far as they can, and they're within the 20. So here we go, Mingus with the second opportunity. They moved the ball, started moving the ball on their first drive of this second half, got to around midfield and had to punt the ball away. So now their second drive, we'll see what they can do with this one.
Well, this Viper defensive speed has been resistant to the 70 and 80-yard breakaways.
They really haven't. It looked like Upham was going to have it on the first drive, and he was caught from behind.
Upham takes the snap, pitch to the outside of Curso's first run of the game. He'll get the corner and pick up good yardage. Maybe a good solid 8, could be close to a first down as Curso takes the pitch on the outside.
Yeah, well, there's that play, really the play that's been successful all year for Mingus. The pitch to whatever back, one of the few that they have back there, and then they have that lead block just paving the way, and they had it again in Tristan Clark. Nice pickup on first down.
Well, they give him 5 from our vantage point. Hard to see where he stepped out of bounds. But 2nd and 5 now with the Mingus Marauders with the ball on their own 22-yard line. 20-0 right now. The Vipers leading. And there's the snap. Pitch coming to this side. Tristan Clark's got a block. He's looking to get to the outside. He'll have the first down and more across the 35-yard line. And how about that? Give him 12, 13 yards on the carry, and Mingus moves the chains. And that's what you got to do when somebody's going to put 9 in the box against you. You got to get to the outside.
Yeah, you have to get to the outside, or you have to go over top of them. And really not much success in the air for Mingus, so they get to the outside where they have had that success. And a nice job just kind of taking what the defense will give you.
2 receivers to the far side now. That's about how Mingus spreads it out. Mingus looking to take the snap, and they will pitch it this time. It comes out to Curso, almost intercepted, but they get it out there, and he'll pick up 5. And that the defense was in the backfield trying to knock the pitch out of the air.
Yeah, we're watching the replay here. You see the pitch, nice pitch to Curso. He's got a couple lead blocks, and then a nice pursuit there by the Vipers on defense, as that one looked like it was going to pick up more than it had, but beautiful pitch, a couple lead blockers out there, and again, some success on the outside, 2nd and about 5.
Brock Green of the Vipers almost got those big old defensive paws on the ball. He was smelling interception on the pitch. How about that? Mingus now will try the middle. No, Upham will keep it himself and follow through, run into the back of his own blocker, but not until he picks up 6 and moves the chains. And Mingus with another first down as Upham goes off tackle near side.
Yeah, really nice fake there by Upham, and once he sees that hole off tackle, he just turns it upfield, dives forward and picks up enough for the first down, keeping the chains moving here. Here we go. I got to keep that pace up and just keep doing what they've been doing. This drive, a lot of success on the outside.
4 minutes now left to go here in quarter number 3. Mingus with the ball at their own 46-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Marauders, and Upham will pull it out and, get about as far as Pfeiffer would have gotten if he handed it off, which is about 1.
Yeah, that play was just really well pursued by the Vipers and really nowhere to go. Upham hands it off. There's nothing going in the middle of the line. He decides to pull it, take it to the outside, nowhere to go there. So just a really nice play by the Vipers on defense.
2nd and 9 with that run, though. Mr. Jordan Upham puts himself at over 850 rushing yards on the season. So congratulations to the Mingus Marauders senior quarterback. 2nd and 9, I think he's less interested in stats and more interested in scores. And Mingus will take it to the right side and not get much. It'll bring up 3rd and long with 1. Ruiz gets back in there for another carry. Had 3 in the first half and only had 6 yards. And 3rd and, they give him, maybe 1. 3rd and a long 8 out here. This is an important drive for Mingus. They really do need to put points up on the board if they're going to start getting themselves back into this contest. Clark in motion, and they do the long pitch. Accurso coming to the near side. He's got a blocker. He has got a first down and a little bit more as Accurso gets across into Viper territory down to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, well, it looks like they had a couple backs in the backfield there. You had Clark going one way, and then they give it to Accurso, pitch it to Accurso coming from right to left, and then he's got a lead blocker there, and a really just well put together play and well executed play for Mingus, and keeping those chains moving again, over 3 or 4 really first down conversions for the Marauders, and that's what they need to do. The clock, we were about 2:15 left in the second half. Mingus on their second drive of the second half, keeping the ball moving.
The wing formation once again for Mingus. They try the middle, and it'll pick up some as Pfeiffer dives forward, lowers the head, give him a good solid 3 on first down. The clock at some particular point becomes an enemy for the Mingus Marauders. Something I noticed down pregame, though. Both of these coaching staffs hold each other in the highest regards. This is great competition for both of these squads, and the coaching staffs admire each other. Really, truly do. Here come the Marauders trying to get on the board, and looks like a late handoff coming the opposite direction by Clark. Clark has a first down inside the red zone, down to close to the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, Clark was actually outside, and he comes late across the middle in the backfield, and it's almost like a delayed handoff coming from the outside. They hand it off to Clark, and he gets to the opposite side of the field and picks up another first down, and Mingus continuing to move the ball with success here on this drive.
Well, just like the squad from Verrado using a Statue of Liberty play off of a screen. Mingus going at least to page 36 of the playbook here. Mingus has man in motion. Looking to pitch it. No. Looks like Upham will keep it himself and cut it up. And I think that was the wise thing to do, and picks up about 3. Because I'll tell you what, they had that pitch covered.
Yeah, they really did. But I tell you what, 34 here, Upham makes the right read. It looked like number 34, the man who actually makes the tackle, was going to over-pursue that play and play the pitch man. And when Upham decides to turn it upfield, which is the right decision there, Cody Carrier puts on the brakes and makes the tackle.
Mingus has a man in motion. Now they'll stop and start over, an official do-over. Under 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter now. Mingus looking to take the snap. There's the snap, and they will hand it off, but it is tackled. Wally, holy cow, Wally was handing it off. Pfeiffer does hang on to the ball and somehow will wrestle himself forward for about 3 yards.
Yeah, he got stood up right as he got that handoff, stood up at the line, and then towards the end of the play somehow was able to squirt out to the side and fall forward for a couple yards.
3rd and 4, 20 seconds left to go. We'll see if Mingus actually gets a playoff here before the end of the third quarter. Trying to get on the board, trailing still 20-0. Most importantly, though, is the long 4 yards for the third down conversion. Mingus takes the snap, and now they'll blow it down. Now what happens? We've got an encroachment, perhaps, and offsides on the defense. And encroachment, defense. That'll give Mingus an automatic first down and stop the clock just under 5 seconds. So Mingus now inside the Verrado 10, down to about the 7-yard line with a fresh set of downs. So first and goal. And this is the deepest penetration in the Snake's Nest so far.
Yeah, I mean, early in the first quarter, Mingus was able to get down to around the 10-yard line. Now they're within the 10-yard line, and they actually were forced to go for it on 4th down, and they turned the ball over, and now we're going to get a timeout here. They want to talk about this one to get something on the board.
Well, no, it'll be the end of the third quarter as time runs out as soon as they get out there. Mingus trailing 20-0, but knocking on the door here at Verrado. Will return after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here, the Mingus Marauders, first and goal from the 7. The pitch comes out to the outside. Mingus trying to skimmy his way around, and Meyer actually does the pitch to Upham as Mingus starts playing with the position players. Once again, they did that earlier in the game, but it does not look like it has gone for any major gain. Still, it's going to be like 2nd and 7. Well, 2nd and goal from the 7.
Sunrise Mountain right now 43 over Cactus 6, so Sunrise Mountain leads 43-6. Bradshaw Mountain 13, Arcadia 15, and Paradise Valley 31 over Tempe with 3.
Mingus, 2 backs in the backfield now. This is a different setup. A pitch coming to the near side of Curso. Gets away from one man and then will get tackled from behind. Getting back close to the line of scrimmage. Got a Viper getting up, jumping up and down. That is Xavier James out there. So 3rd and goal now from about the 7-yard line. Almost tackled in the backfield. Does not go to the outside. He had the outside with Tristan Clark leading, but chose not to go that direction. And a 3rd and goal now. I'm thinking this is 4th down territory for sure, huh?
Yeah, definitely here, just over 10 minutes in the 4th, time becoming an issue.
Clark takes it, no! Pfeiffer up the middle, pushing! And there's the arms up in the air, Mingus is on the ball board. Pfeiffer fights his way in from 7 to put the Mingus Marauders on the board with 10:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, really hard-nosed run there by Pfeiffer as he was just smelling that end zone and just had his eyes pretty much just set on that goal line as he was not going down until he crossed it. Nice hard run there again by Alec Pfeiffer. He comes up with the first points on the board for Mingus.
Meyer comes out. There's the hold. Good snap. It looks good. It is good. The shortest goalpost that I have seen all season long here at Verrado, but it splits them. And now it's 20-7. Mingus is starting to tighten it up here as we are in the 4th quarter here at Verrado High School Division III Round 1 playoffs. Will return after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Mingus now bunched up as if they could possibly go. No, they're going to kick it deep. And Meyer kicks it way deep, and it bounces off of one man and into the end zone. And so that'll go for a touchback, his 13th touchback of the season for the Mingus Verrado kicker.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge there. Your offense puts you on the board. You just get on the board for the first time, 7-20 here. What you need right there out of your kicker is a touchback, and he does that. That's, I believe, let's see, his 15th or 16th on the year as far as touchbacks. So Meyer's just been doing a great job of that this year. And this game already, he's pinned the Verrado Vipers. He just did last punt, pinned them back within the 5-yard line.
Mingus set up, playing defense now. Lax out of the shotgun. He'll take it, hand it off on the jet sweep, going to the far side, around the corner. And a good gain, though. 10 yards and probably a first down. Goes number 23 around the corner, which is going to be, who is 23? That is Elijah, isn't it?
That is Elijah Johnson, yeah. It just kind of gets around that edge, and he gets a first down there on one play. We mentioned Trey Meyer with the touchback there on that kickoff. That's actually his 13th touchback.
Pitch coming to the near side. Jenkins jukes out one, gets inside the other, and will be caught, but close to a first down once again at the 40-yard line. 2 plays, 20 yards out here as the Vipers now trying to work to the outside.
Yeah, Jenkins right there, just showing that athletic ability as once he gets in the open field, making a couple guys miss with his feet, and he does pick up a first down. So 2 plays and 2 first downs for the Vipers.
He is slithery.
He really is.
Now over center goes the quarterback, Lax. Well, he's got an offset eye, and he'll hand it off. Jenkins trying to follow his big block and will get hit right at about the line of scrimmage. Phelps gets him, but he'll pick up a good solid 2, maybe 3 yards on the first down carry.
Yeah, really nice play there to kind of stop that from going as they try with Jenkins again. Again, coming into tonight, he's their leading rusher, continuing to perform here in this game. But nice job by Mingus to stop him really near the line of scrimmage there on that play.
Well, they run him behind that big fullback, Dante Richardson, and man, he'll make some holes. Man in motion coming near side, balls over the cornerback, and he will just fall on it wisely.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 13, as the ball just slipped over the top of the fingertips.
Yeah, really, and again, you said, here we go, looking at the replay, he's in the shotgun, Lax, and it's a really good snap, and it just slips out of his hands and between his fingers and goes right behind him, and he does the wise thing and just falls down on the ground.
He didn't know where the defense was coming, and Mingus sure needs a turnover to get back in this one. Quick slant, thrown high, picked off. The Mingus Marauders bringing it the other way. Stabrith with the interception, gets back across the 40 to the 38-yard line, and boy, Mingus with a quick interception gets great field position.
Yeah, again, it was just, it doesn't come at a better time as Lax is in the shotgun again, trying to hit the quick slant to number 81. It's a little high out of his fingertips, and Stabrith just comes up and picks it and gets a couple yards back, but a great job by Stabrith, just kind of keeping that nice poise. When the ball's just floating in the air there, it's so easy to kind of get ahead of yourself and make a bad play, but he stays with it, brings it down here, and now Mingus' offense got the ball going the other way, starting in Verrado's territory, 20-7.
About a 4-yard return here, and Mingus now down 20-7 with the ball. About 8.5 minutes left to go in the first half. And Upham wanted to pitch, didn't see the pitch, didn't like the pitch, keeps it himself and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, Mingus, who already had an offensive lineman dinged up out here today, as Nate Jones went down the starting tackle. And this time Jordan Taylor is tentative getting up, but he gets back into the line of scrimmage, and here goes Mingus, 2nd and 10. And now looks like Upham slipped in underneath. He's got a block downfield. He's at the 10, the 5, and let's look, there's the touchdown. Upham goes 38 yards for the touchdown. A great downfield block by Tristan Clark, and the fake pitch to the outside. He cuts up underneath, and Upham, the senior for the Mingus Marauders, does it on pure desire into the end zone.
Yeah, beautiful play there. Nice read by Upham as he just kind of is carrying out that fake to the outside, fakes the pitch, splits between two defenders, and he's off to the races.
Here is the all-important kick by Meyer, and it is good. 8:01 left to go, and Mingus is down by 6. 14 unanswered points by the Marauders, and 8:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. It is 20-14. We'll return to Verrado High School after this.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Meyer looking to kick off once again. It's a pooch kick down to about the 25, and it is still live, and they'll dive on it at about the 21-yard line. Whoa, didn't expect to see that, Kyle.
No, definitely. I mean, Meyer on the last kickoff put it through the end zone. On this one, a little pooch kick, gets a good bounce, bounces over the up back kind of right there, and Mingus Marauders sprinting down the field trying to get on the ball, but the Vipers are able to cover it about the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a game of momentum, is it not?
No, it really is. I mean, and we talked about it. Mingus had to come out and score. They do. They got the interception on the next drive for the Vipers, come up with the interception, get the ball back in Viper territory, and then they go and score with that nice run by Upham.
7:58 left to go in the first round of the playoffs here at Verrado High School. They go back to a pistol, 2 backs in the backfield, and they'll hand off to the one on the near side. Here comes Jenkins, cuts up the middle and will pick up a very good run, about 8 yards on first down.
Jenkins again he had a great first half, having a good second half here. He picked up a couple first downs on their last drive before the Verrado Vipers put the ball in the air, and it was picked by Stobref. But there you go, going to Jenkins again. Why not? Go to the man that's been having success for you on the ground.
155 yards on 19 carries so far with 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns. And here he's got one back in the backfield. They send a man in motion. They will hand it off. There's a reverse going the other way to Xavier James. He's got a head of steam. And boy, what a phenomenal tackle out there as they went the opposite direction. And it appears as though, who is that with that tackle?
Yeah, that was Stobref again. They hand it off to 23. That's Elijah Johnson. Then give it to Xavier James coming the other way on the reverse. And a beautiful job by Stobref just to stay home on that backside, keep that contained on the outside, and prevent that play from really what looked like it was going to be going a long way.
Did you see him double team Pete Kelly on the near side? This time they'll hand off toward the middle. Gomez will get nowhere, maybe a yard to the right-hand side. Mr. Clock becoming a major factor against the Marauders. About 6 3/4 minutes left to go in round 1 of the division playoffs.
Yeah, well, no surprise, the Vipers keeping the ball on the ground, trying to keep that clock rolling.
There is the snap, a pitch to the near side. Jenkins looking for somewhere to go. They've got him contained. 1, 2, 3, and he's down for a short loss around the near side of the line of scrimmage. He is down. Jenkins is not getting up here. He appears to be injured with the hits that he took. And Mingus had him surrounded, contained. He cut back. He gets hit first by Upham, and then takes the shot between Pfeiffer and Kelly. No, it wasn't Kelly. It was it was Kelly. It was Tyler Kelly, but he got. Yeah, Pfeiffer was on the bottom. Hopefully, he just got the wind knocked out of him. I certainly hope that's the only case. Hey, we're going to take a quick little break here from Verrado High School. We'll return for the last 6:17 here in the fourth quarter after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Well, Mr. Jenkins is coming to the trainer's table on his own power, but he is going to lay down face forward, and they are working on the lower back. That's where he took the shot. 3rd and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Lax, one back in the backfield. And he's got motion now as one of the offensive linemen moves. We'll see if they call that motion. If they do, that'll back him up 5, making this a little more difficult. Now, if Lax does need to throw the ball, it'll be interesting because that could only help Mingus. If it obviously does not go anywhere, it won't eat time off the clock.
Yeah, well, you know, that's really what the Marauders on defense, what they need to try and do is force the Verrado Vipers into a situation where they pass, because that benefits Mingus since time is such an issue now, and it looks like Verrado is actually backing up.
Okay, it does go as an illegal procedure as one of the offensive linemen actually moved. And now they got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side, a back on the near side. He's going to send him out, and he's got him open. He's going to throw it across the middle, and incomplete, overthrew everybody. Great defense by Mingus. Nobody was really open, and that's going to bring up 4th and about 15 from their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge defensive play there. Really downfield, nowhere to go for Lax. I mean, just nowhere to put it looked like he was kind of going to hit one of those quick slants again, and then ended up overthrowing his man just because he didn't really have anywhere else to put it. Just threw it away there, and they're forced to punt here. Mingus is going to get the ball back with a chance to take the lead.
Here comes Mingus going after the punt. Kelly got close. It's going to take a bounce and will stay inbounds. Will come down to about the 33, 34-yard line. So Mingus will have 5:32 left to go, 3 timeouts left, and the ball, and hoping to drive it for at least a tying score, if not possibly a Myers extra point lead.
Yeah, I mean, right now, all of a sudden, Mingus is kind of in control of this game at this point. 5:32 left in the 4th quarter, 20-14, Mingus down 6. They have the ball right now, and we'll see what they do. I mean, obviously, you want to try and get downfield and score. That's your number 1 priority here. We'll see if they can move the ball downfield.
Here come the Marauders, and it looks like Upham is just absolutely sacked in the backfield before he could do anything. Darting through is number 51 before he could not get anywhere. That's Breve Armstrong.
Just great penetration there, and that's for Verrado. That's what they want on that first down play, is to back Mingus up even more and put them in a 2nd and long situation. He was pretty much untouched, coming flying through the line.
2nd and 13 says the scoreboard. Mingus down by 6, 5 minutes left to go. 4th quarter action, 20-14. Mingus with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Long pitch, near side, and a missed block will take a Curso backward. Number 18 drives through and makes a huge hit out that. That's Titan with Jaja again. And Mingus going backward now as the time continues to roll. Now it is 3rd and 18 on the board.
Yeah, those were 2 huge plays for Verrado. I mean, both for losses. You had the first one, which was a loss for about 4 yards, and then this one was just a huge loss. So Mingus facing a 3rd and long.
Mingus may have to put the ball up in the air. We'll see. Could be 4th down territory already for Mingus. And Upham keeps it, pitches it back, and it looks like Clark has an opportunity to get around the corner. He is going to find himself in trouble and can't get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, Clark just trying to make something happen there. Is again, great penetration by Verrado as another Viper is down on the ground towards their sideline, but they get penetration again and makes it tough on Upham, and he pitches it behind him at the last second to Clark and kind of leaves Clark with really not much to do. He tries making some moves and making guys miss deep in the backfield to just try and get back what he can, but there were just too many Vipers back there, and we got one on the ground. He's able to get up and walk off on his own power, but that's going to bring a 4th down for Mingus.
I wonder if they were intending for Clark to try to put that ball up as some sort of a halfback option, but it does not function. Okay, the ball is at the Mingus Marauder 20. And Mingus is looking to punt it. Meyer, of course, the punter. There's the snap, a good snap. They'll bomb it, take it back to about the 38-yard line. It is returnable toward the middle. Near side come the Vipers, and at about of the 45-yard line when a flag falls from the blackened sky here in Northern Buckeye.
Yeah, that was a really nice return for Verrado. 3:24 left in the fourth quarter. A couple really nice plays by the Verrado's defense, just kept backing Mingus up on their last offensive drive. Down 20-14, they punt, and now it looks like this one's going towards this penalty towards Verrado.
There'll be a hold against the Verrado Vipers. Mingus's defense comes out again with a need of a turnover. Okay, 3:24 left to go. Mingus has all 3 timeouts. Verrado will get the ball back at their own 43-yard line. And I need nitroglycerin. All right, Lax in the backfield, looking to pitch. He pitches it. And Jenkins is back from the trainer's table. He'll get around the corner. And when his team needs him the most, and he will pick up 4 and does not go out of bounds. The clock is continuing to roll.
Yeah, I was trying to...
They should be calling, yeah, they made the sign, I think, to stop the clock.
Yeah, well, Jenkins coming and playing, beaten up. I mean, that's what you got to do here. Playoff football, it's win or go home at this point. So you're going to get guys playing while they're beat up and playing through injuries. And just at that point, adrenaline takes over. And they give it to Jenkins there. And we're trying to determine if he stayed in bounds or not. Right now, 2:59 on the clock. Verrado 24, Mingus 14.
Well, this will be at least some sort of a timeout. They took some extra time off the clock. I think they may choose, if they want to, the refs might put some more time back on the clock. But right now, the gain goes for approximately 4, but it's going to be a hold on the offense and bring it back. And that'll be helpful. Although the hold would have happened, by the way, about 13, 14 seconds ago.
Yeah, we'll see what they do with the clock here as both teams are backing up. But, okay, now we got 3:05 on the clock with that holding penalty backing up the Verrado Vipers. So now they're going to be backed up into their territory.
All right, so first and about 16 now. First and about 16 from the 38-yard line are the Vipers. And great news for the Vipers that Jenkins comes off the trainer's table back into the game. Mingus definitely needs a turnover if they want to have any kind of potential field position here.
They got 3:15 on the clock now.
3:15, they keep adding time into this world. We got twins both sides. Cornerback, screen, come to the near side. A great gain in about 10, 12 yards and tackled by, I think Phelps is the first one that gets a hold of him, but they'll pick up about 10 yards. Number 23 on the reception.
Yeah, that's Elijah Johnson. There you go with the kind of quick pass, and he's sprinting through the middle of the field, picks up a little bit more, able to gain kind of what they lost on that penalty. But nice job by Mingus kind of swarming him and really preventing him from picking up that first down, as it really looked like that play was going to go for a while. I mean, he was pretty much untouched in that open area in the middle of the field, and that's what that really kind of quick screen on the outside will do.
Well, we're going to keep it along with you. 3 minutes left to go. Mingus is down by 6, 20-14. It'll be a second and a long 7. Mingus's defense has been the strength for this squad all season long. We had talked about Mingus's offense, 300-yard plus games. The only way they're going to get back into this game is to get back to 300 yards. They got 232 rushing yards on the ground so far in this game. Only had 89 in the first half. Mingus, 14 unanswered points here in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Looking to try to get the ball back yet one more time. Second and 7. They put 3:01 back up on the clock. I like this clock. It goes backward. Here come the Vipers. They've got a bunch formation to the left-hand side. They send a man in motion. There's the handoff. They're going to do the jet sweep to the outside, and he will get caught, but pick up the first down, and that's Elijah Johnson with heavy and hard running once again, giving his squad another set of downs, but they do stop the clock at 2:54.
Yeah, that was really a big play. That was actually Xavier James coming from the wide receiver position on the right side as he comes and gets that handoff with the full head of steam and an outside lead block. And nice job with Marauders, just able to trip him up just enough to bring him down as James just had all that momentum going to from right to left before he was just tripped up barely by the Marauders.
Well, they got the ball on the Marauders side of the field now at the 44-yard line. Taking their time, 2:30 left to go in round one of the division playoffs. They will hand it off up the middle, and the fullback being ridden as he picks up 20 yards and a first down. That is Dante Richardson with the big run up the middle, and the big boy picks up a first down just outside of the red zone at the 25.
Yeah, I mean, he just runs right up the middle, and he's able to find a little seam and squeak out. And next thing you know, he kind of pops out there, and a huge gain there for the Vipers. And Mingus just over 2 minutes left, about 2:10 in the fourth quarter as Mingus needs to get the ball back here. Verrado moving.
They've got him in the fullback position, actually the halfback position. They're going to give it to him again. The big guy tries to rumble to the right, and he'll pick up a good another 7 yards. And they're just trying to wear down the Mingus Marauders. 1:54 left to go. However, this is interesting because they are definitely in Applegate's territory, and it'll be timeout Verrado. We're going to take a quick break with them, set the table for you when we return to Verrado High School. Mingus down 20-14 late in the fourth quarter. We'll return after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
And here we go, 2nd and 2 with the ball inside the Mingus Marauder 20 at about the 17-yard line. They got Dante Richardson in the backfield once again. There's the snap. They hand it off to Richardson. This time he'll get hit in the backfield, get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. And this is huge, 1:49 left to go. And we have a timeout. Looks like, Verrado took a timeout. Now, why would Verrado be taking timeouts here so late in the game? I mean, that helps Mingus at this particular point because Mingus still has all 3 of their timeouts.
Yeah, it appears that they're within field goal range for their kicker here with 1:49 left, 3rd and 2. But maybe they just want to talk about it here and make sure they get this conversion and really just keep that clock rolling.
Well, I certainly imagine so. We'll take a look at Applegate and the kicking game and let's see how he has done during the course of the season. Applegate is 34 for 39 coming into tonight. 5 of 6 in field goals with his long being 37. They come out, they've got Gomez in the backfield. They have got Richardson in the backfield. Off center, look at this. They have got an offset line. Quarterback takes the snap, hands it off. Richardson dives forward. He'll pick up the first down. And that could seal it for the Mingus Marauders inside the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that one hurts right there. Of course, with 3rd and 2, give it to the big boy, the one who's been getting all the work down here. He's just 2 hands on the ball, head down, running, keeping those feet moving, and just bulldozing through the Marauders. And he gets down within the 10-yard line and picks up a first down doing it. 20-14 here. The clock moving, 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Marauders defense just trying to stop the Vipers and get the ball back.
Well, the Vipers are set up in the victory formation, and they will take a snap and a knee. And Mingus will not stop the clock.
Second down with 1:10 remaining in the game.
Mingus will not stop the clock, so this one looks like it'll take one more snap, and the Verrado Vipers will go on to the second round of the Division III playoffs. The Mingus Marauders, what a phenomenal effort. We talked about it at halftime in the Oxendale halftime report about character, and Mingus came back with character. 14 unanswered points, and will end up falling short in this one by a score of 20-14. I can't tell you how proud I am of Mingus. And Verrado, congratulations, going on, most likely to play Sunrise Mountain in the next round. I understand that they are in control of that one over Cactus.
Yeah, the last report we had, Sunrise Mountain was over Cactus 43-6, but you mentioned it, the heart and the character and just the resiliency by the Marauders, just coming back, 14 unanswered points in this quarter, trying to make it a game. They had the ball a couple times to put this one, actually give themselves the lead, but then what a job by Verrado on offense, getting the ball and really controlling that clock, containing the ball and just marching down the field. They got within the 10-yard line and got themselves in a position to just kind of line up in that victory formation, take a couple knees, and run the clock out.
Well, we told you this was going to be a good one. These squads in the Vinny's pregame report were just about as even as you could possibly get. And these squads have had absolute respect for each other. The coaching staff has had respect for one another. And this one ends round one. Does not go Mingus's way. Verrado will go on to round two with a victory here, 20-14. And we'll return for our post-game show coming up after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
at the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Here at Verrado High School, the round one of the Division III football playoffs come to a close. Verrado owned the first half. Mingus owned the second half. However, the ownership in the first half was more than the second half. Mingus loses 20-14 out here, and in the first quarter, about 90 seconds in the game, and a 44-yard fourth down conversion by Jenkins goes for the touchdown. Pete Kelly blocked the extra point, and it was 6-0. Second quarter, 10 minutes left to go. And a 5-yard dive by Jenkins, his second touchdown of the game, set up by a 25-yard pass to Wilson. Pete Kelly blocks the extra point again. It was 12-0. And then later in the second quarter, 7:06 left to go, a 42-yard pass from Lax to Kenny Wilson. Once again, the two-point conversion by Gomez was good, and it was 20-0 at halftime. Not looking good for the Mingus Marauders. But the second half was all Mingus.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, they came out and we talked about it. I mean, they're really going to have to come out of the locker room and start the second half with kind of that fire and that resiliency, and they showed that. They marched down the field there on their first drive, got just past midfield, and weren't able to do much, forced to punt, but they come back, and an interception leads to the offense getting the ball in the Verrado's territory, and they go back Upham with a huge run, scoring. We'll talk about that, but really, yeah, they just showed that resiliency, and we talked about it. You mentioned it, Jackie, that this team all season has been a second-half team, and we talked about how quickly they can score, and they showed both of those things in the second half, and they actually had the ball back with an opportunity to march down the field and really go ahead in this game. Weren't able to do so, but they put themselves in the positions. They came out and looked like a different team in the second half.
They did. 10:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. Third quarter was 0-0. And Pfeiffer, pure desire. I will. I think I can. I will. I can is what it was. And the train that could finds the end zone. And Mingus all of a sudden was on the board. Meyer added the extra point, and it was 20-7. A two-score game. All right, could it be? Possibly. Wait a second. That interception by Stabreth that you were talking about sets up Mingus at the 38-yard line. Fourth quarter, 8:01 left to go, and here goes Upham. He wanted to pitch the ball. No, he'll keep it himself. And Clark with a phenomenal downfield block gets Upham into the end zone. A selfless block for that young man, and the extra point was good, and it was a one-score game. Then the Mingus Marauder defense came out, stopped the Vipers. Mingus got the ball back with 5.5 minutes left to go. And then the Vipers, who had been unable to stop Mingus here in the fourth quarter, I swear it looked like they were blitzing with 18 people.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge for Verrado. I mean, that is exactly what they needed out of their defense on that drive. I mean, you mentioned it, just over 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mingus with the ball after scoring. They have an opportunity. It's a one-score game, an opportunity to go down the field and take the lead. 3 plays in a row. Verrado's bring the house, and all 3 plays tackles for losses in the backfield, and one of them was a huge loss. And Mingus, no other choice but to punt there. And that you got to tip your hat off to the Verrado Vipers there to just really come up huge when they needed it, especially when Mingus at that point in the second half had all the momentum.
Absolutely, and then to be able to keep their own drive alive to finish out the game. They did not want to give the ball back to Mingus, and even took timeouts on third down and short, stopping the clock to make sure that they could get a first down to be able to run out the clock. That was even a risk right there.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. You're looking at, I believe, 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
And they call the timeout, trying to just gather their thoughts. Okay, here, if we convert here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the knee, run out the clock. If we don't, I imagine they were going over what they were going to do on 4th down, because that was just such a huge point. Mingus on defense was just trying to do whatever they could to stop the Verrado Vipers on offense from getting into at least field goal range, because a field goal at that point seals the deal.
Right.
They give it to the fullback, the big man, and he just runs the ball low. He runs hard and just picks up yard after yard after yard, marches down the field slowly, and gets them into position within the 10-yard line where they can take a knee and run the clock out.
Well, we're going to take a break here in our post-game show. Once again, the Mingus Marauders fall to the Verrado Vipers by a score of 20-14. We've got individual stats coming up, and we've also got a thank you to our seniors and a view for the upcoming Mingus Marauders in the years to come. We'll return after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hey guys.
Hey Matt.
Last time we were here to buy a car, my wife and I could shop on the lot while our kids were in the play area and watched after. It's for our family and also for our business. And they've always been able to find exactly what we've been looking for.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on RZR XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Here at Verrado High School, and Well, the Mingus Marauders fall here tonight by a score of 20-14. The season comes to a close, and let's take a look at some of the individual efforts. Let's start with the victorious squad from Verrado in Northern Buckeye, as Lax ends up 9 for 15, 140 yards. Remember, he had 131 passing yards in the first half. Jenkins, 20 carries, 153 yards. Remember, he had 114 yards in the first half. 2 touchdowns, 225 yards on the ground, 140 passing yards, 365 yards total for the victorious Vipers here tonight. And they did definitely have some help. 1 interception, 1 touchdown throwing the ball, but Lax was sacked 4 times by the Mingus Marauders. Dante Richardson, who had 1 carry in the first half, ends up with 5 carries and 39 yards. Gomez adds another 24 yards on carries. Elijah Johnson from that receiver position running the ball, 25 yards here tonight. Xavier James only had 2 carries for 13 yards. Jenkins actually was the number 1 receiver with 4 receptions in the game for the squad. However, the primary receiver, it was Wilson. Wilson with a long touchdown throw or reception had over 67 yards on 2 receptions in the game. So the Vipers spread it out, and you had talked about how even they were. They had 140 yards in the air, 225 on the ground. Actually, normally those are reversed. They're usually 2-1 throwing the ball, but Mingus did a pretty decent job of containing the aerial attack of the Vipers here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job, and just kind of keeping a team that really has great success on both aspects of the offense, in the ground and the air. We even saw there in the second half, comparing the numbers from the first half and the second half, Mingus did a great job of kind of just keeping that offense what was so high after the first half. I mean, that offense was coming in 131 on the ground, 131 yards in the air, and Mingus held them under, I believe, 200 yards in the second half. So really, the defense of the Marauders did a nice job kind of keeping them under contain in that second half. And really, if you look at it, as you mentioned, the entire game kind of brings the yardage down for Verrado than what they're used to seeing all week, or all year, excuse me.
Absolutely. Mingus, 3 sacks in the game. Pete Kelly had a half a sack. Tyler Kelly, 1.5 sacks. Phelps had a sack here in the game, and Staybreath ended up with a interception. The only takeaway for Mingus gave up the ball twice here tonight. Throwing the ball, Upham only threw the ball once, and incomplete. Trey Meyer tried it once and was intercepted here tonight, but on the ground is where Mingus did all their damage. 232 total yards on the ground. Upham, 16 carries, 118 yards. That is the 10th time this year Mingus has had a back over 100 yards in a game, and that puts him precariously close to 900 yards on the season. Pfeiffer, 12 carries and 45 yards and a touchdown for that young man. Upham, the other rushing touchdown for Mingus. Tristan Clark ends up in the game with 5 carries and 39 yards. Ruiz, 4 carries and 7 yards. Curso had some carries in the second half, ended up with 5 for 17 in the game. And Mingus, even though everybody knows that they're a one-sided offense, and still, when they forced their will through this offensive line, they were able to get some things done and get back in this game late. We've got so many players to thank and so many sponsors to thank, but we've got a whole host of seasons or seniors rather. This was their last game.
Yeah, this was their last game, in a playoff game. Mingus getting back to the playoffs, which is just huge for the program. We'll talk about the guys coming back, but a huge thanks to the 2015 seniors. Of course, Jordan Upham, who had a huge game tonight and huge season. Anthony Accurso, Pete Kelly. We thank all these guys. Alec Pfeiffer, Carson Anderson, Caleb Conlin, Javier Mestas, Tristan Clark, Christian Swank. I mean, there's just a ton of them. Simon Wincombe, Stefano DeLu, Nathan Jones, Brian Valenzuela, Hayden Harrison, and Ryan Nash. So a lot of seniors to thank, and really for coming together and making this season a great one. I mean, when you kind of look back at the season in all, 2 losses on the year. One of them, of course, in the playoffs, getting back to the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years.
Yep.
A lot of that is because of those seniors and the work that they put in. So another huge thank you to all those seniors on this Marauders team.
What you saw in the second half was the character of the leadership of those seniors. So juniors, sophomores, you know what? Pay attention, because that is the future of Mingus Marauder football once again. Jose Pacheco coming back for the Mingus Marauders. He's a sophomore. Andrew Kulis, we'll see him. Cole Phelps, tackle leader for the Mingus Marauders, coming back. Isaac Romero, Stabreth, Alejandro Stabreth will be coming back for the Mingus Marauders. Tyler Kelly, the sack leader for the Mingus Marauders, will be back. Jordan Pollock will be back as a senior next year. Colby Fanning, Alec Nelson, upcoming freshman. Juan Ruiz will be a senior next year for the Mingus Marauders. Trey Meyer will return. Yes,
that's huge.
The second leading punter and kicker in the state is coming back as a senior next year. Justin Link, looking forward to having him back. Trevor Galloway, off the injured reserve, coming back, and he will be a senior next year. Kendrew Streck, an upcoming freshman. We will lose Tristan Clark. We'll miss him. Bryce Kramer, we'll see him in the middle next year. Jordan Vincent, the center fire plug for the Mingus Marauders, will be back, as well as Charles Hardy. That is 2 offensive linemen who will be returning. How about Jordan Taylor? Make it 3 offensive linemen returning for next year. Josh Skelf will come back for his senior year. Henry Venezuela will come back for his senior year. We will miss our seniors, and we wish them well going on, but Mingus has definitely got some very good pieces to work with, and we'll see what they can mix in with the underclassmen coming in. Well, we got to jump right into our player of the game here tonight. Recommendations.
Well, I think the big play that really turned it around was that huge touchdown run by Jordan Upham.
Yep.
And I think that's really what got Mingus back into this game and kind of kicked off that comeback that they were trying to brew up, and really that took over the momentum of that second half. So I got to go with Jordan Upham, and what a game to cap off the entire season, an incredible season for him.
All good things come to an end. It comes to an end in Northern Buckeye for Mingus. A loss here tonight, 20-14. Jordan Upham will be our player of the game. He's received several during the course of the year. Definitely earned it. I've seen very few players play with bigger heart than that young man. It has been a pleasure to be with you all season long. I will look forward
as well, Jackie,
to being back with you next season. Of course, we'll be around the corner from baseball playoffs coming up here the next time. I hope they match up with Verrado. That'll be good. In the meantime, once again, a final score here tonight. Verrado 20, the Mingus Marauders 14, as Mingus loses in round 1. It has been a pleasure to be with you all season long. We bid you good night. Watch for youth football on Vvtv TV. That's cable 1, channel 56, and Sunlink channel 2. You will see it coming up in the next couple of weeks right here on Vvtv TV. To all our radio listeners, have a phenomenal night, and adieu from Verrado.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.